Good evening, gang. Here is a rather impromptu evening show coming to you live from the Chapel Hill Marina in Lincolnshire on this 28th of October 2020, Wednesday evening. Good evening. Well, there's nothing else to do, was there? Oh, hang on a minute. There was nothing else to do, so here I am. Now, why has night opener moved there? Just a moment. I just need to adjust something. There's something incorrect. I'm not happy with that. Just a moment. There we are. No, that should be up there. Just a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. That's better. My order of things had moved then for some strange, inexplicable reason. Well, here we are with a little impromptu Wednesday night show. I bet people saw that. You know, the thickness of people on this channel has got to be seen to be believed. I bet there's people that saw that. Oh, an impromptu show. I wonder what that means. I bet there are. It means it's unexpected, sudden, so to speak. You know, not expected, not announced. It just appeared in a puff of smoke, just like I do. Who's here tonight? Anyway, we've got Jason Hughes, Daniel Woodhouse. Remember, gang, I'll answer your comments. If you don't want an answer to one of your comments, don't say it. Be warned, okay? Evening to Daniel Woodhouse, Adam the plumber. Hello, Adam. All right, darling. Have you been on your pipes? Did you get covered in poo anywhere today? Adam's a plumber. There's quite a lot of messages to get through before we even start, so I'll just whisk through the names nice and quickly, unless I find something interesting there. Hello to the delightful Rachel Wheatland, who is head and queen of TikTok and ghosts on this channel. Not long now, Rachel. Halloween! Rachel's favourite night of the week is of the year is almost upon us. Only about 2.5 more days. 28, 29, 30. It's about 3.5. What is it? 3.5 days. You know, some sad git is at this moment about to correct me on that. Oh, I think you got that wrong. It's only 2.5 days and 7 hours. Well, that's the sadness of the people on this channel. There is. They check everything out. I bet half of you are doing it during the quiz as well, aren't you? Eh? You're sitting there, tapping away, checking the answers are all correct. Can't wait to correct me, can you? Because that's what sad individuals there are on this channel. I'm sorry. It doesn't go for everyone. There are decent people on here, like Adam the plumber. Rachel. I don't want to go through too many names, because what'll happen then, and even then they're moan. They're moan then. I'll go through this little list of names. Oh, you missed me out. You missed me out. Like you're important. But you're not. No one's important. No one cares. No one cares. The only thing that I care about is my crystal ball here. And I am all-knowing and all-seeing with this. COVID-19. 5 years. Oh, my God, blimey. We'll have a lockdown soon. You watch. You'll be stuck in your little houses, won't you, darlings? Eh? Bored to tears. Ow, what am I going to do tonight? It's all right if you're Joey Millen. You just pick up your Xbox and play that for another 10 hours, wasting your sad, lonely, pathetic life in your bedroom and doing nothing else with it other than playing Xbox. That's what he does. He's not the only one, to be fair. At least Michael Lawrence has got a job. Hello, Michael. All right, darling. Michael Lawrence is in the house. Evening, Michael. How are you, dear? Nice to see you. Who else? We got Gary Ross. Oh, there's Jason Hughes. Surprise, surprise. Always there, isn't he? Do you know what does he do with his life? Virtually every live stream that you see on YouTube, you click on it, and there is Jason Hughes. What does he do? Don't you not wonder that with some of these people on here? What do they actually do with their lives other than sit there and go from live... I mean, I don't know what other live streams there are, to be honest. There's mine. There's Mixed Mowers. I think... what's his name now? I think Roy the Boy does one very occasionally. I don't think he does regular. Gary Owen, as you know, he does... I think he's starting to become regular again. You know, if you're not regular, incidentally, Prunes... Highly recommended. Have some of those and the poo drops out of you like that. Oh, it's wonderful. Don't you like it when that happens? You know when you've been a bit constipated for a while and then you go and woof. Oh, I love that feeling. Isn't it marvellous? I feel completely and totally emptied. Oh, I love that feeling. Sorry, the chair's a bit squeaky, okay? All my chairs are squeaky. We can't afford oil. Who else is here? Mandy Davenport. Evening, Mandy. She's head of pain and suffering on this channel. She's here at night time and daytime as well. Very important member of this cast. Mandy Davenport should keep you all in control tonight. Don't you worry about that. Feel free, Mandy, to completely open up with the verbal on anyone on here as well, by the way, darling. You know, you don't have to be just stuck to your whip now and again, lovey, but, you know, you want to open up in particular, you know, at night time. Feel free to do so, darling, all right? There's Gary Ross. Look at him. Another dodgy character trying to get 2 tickets half the time, isn't he? Eh? Always say, oh, can I have another ticket? No, get lost. No, you can't have another ticket. Rude. Hey, Jason Hughes, think there will be a few fireworks on here tonight. Well, the only fireworks I'd like to see is one up your arse to get you out to do something with your life. Sitting on here all day long, tap, 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 doing nothing else. God's sake. That's where you want a firework. 7 rockets. I bet you'd still be sitting there tapping away on a keyboard somewhere, wouldn't you? Huh? Christ's sake. George Bond is here. Good evening. George Bond, it is a surprise. Isn't it a nice surprise, George? It's a nice surprise. Are you still laying on that bed doing nothing? Another one. Just lays on that bed. Even when he's doing his show. I hope you've stopped picking your nose on that channel. I'm going to have a direct word with your friend, Lily. Is it your niece, Lily? She'll have stopped you doing that. I'm surprised she hasn't said something to you, dear. Have you stopped picking your nose yet? I haven't had time to watch your shows recently, George. I'm really sorry. I've been very, very busy. I was outside only the other day. I thought, shall I watch George's show today? And instead, I decided to go round the caravan and count the stones. It was quite very interesting. I found that very interesting. I was out there for hours. I still didn't get bored. Evening, George. Nice to have you with us. Daniel Woodhouse is there. Look. Anna Cole. Where's Anna Cole? Anna Cole is going to be restricted, so won't be able to have your way with a blue nun. I don't know what he's going on about there. He's on another planet and all, isn't he? Daniel Woodhouse. Huh? He does bingo, apparently. He's got a warehouse full of bingo tickets. I mean, who's got a warehouse? Why would you want a warehouse full of bingo tickets? What do you do with them all? Why don't you try selling some of them? You might make yourself some money. You know. Don't understand it. Who else have we got here today? Oh, Christ, Peter Wright. Peter, oh, don't tell me someone's already sent a super chat. You must be joking. Who sent a super chat this evening? Let's have a quick look. I've got a special section for super chats. I only discovered it the other day, as you know. It's from Mick, King of Smut Davenport. He's bought George a tea break. But who said you could have tea breaks tonight? Who said you could have tea breaks tonight? Can I ask you that? Okay, then. So, George, Mick Davenport has bought you a little tea break, my darling. Okay, so we're going to send you out the room for 5 minutes. If only I could... There you are. There you go, George. Go and get yourself a cup of tea. Move back in front of the computer. We'll see you back there in 5 minutes because Mick's bought you a little tea break, which also means you get a couple of free raffle tickets, though. Okay? Remember that. Every time you send a £1 tip, I'll give you 1 free raffle ticket. We're not doing 2 for 1. Absolutely not. Can you just imagine if I did 2 for 1? Oh, they'd all be, ow, I wish I'd bought mine today. I would have got 2. But the offer wasn't on yesterday, was it? And it's not on today either. So, George, I'll give you a couple of free raffle tickets. And that gives you a chance. Oh, it's tomorrow morning, isn't it? That gives you a chance of winning this delightful Echo Dot on tomorrow's raffle, okay? 527 and 528 for you, Mr. George Bond. And your tickets go in there. And 5 minutes now for you to look at yourself and touch yourself while you're looking at me. I'm sure a lot of people do that on this channel. And thank you very much to Mr. Stephen Petty as well for sending in a super chat. Thank you, young Stephen. Every time I do a nighttime show, Stephen sends me 79 pence, and it's gratefully accepted. Thank you very much. I will be able. I wasn't sure whether it's going to be able to keep all the lights on tonight. We can tonight now that I've received £3.78, £2.78. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Look, I did that without a calculator. I bet you can't, can you? Ow, has he got that right? Sad, isn't it, eh? Very sad. Who else have we got here today? Peter Wright. There we go. Jason. Oh, he sent £2 in as well. Tea break for Mick Davenport for being rude to George tonight. Okay. Let's just scroll up there. Where's young Mick Davenport? Going to be disappearing for 5 minutes. I can't find his name now. Where are you now? Down, 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 down. Is that oh no, little Michael Lawrence? He's very nice, isn't he? Michael Lawrence. He never says anything up here on here that's upsetting to anyone, does he? He's a very nice person. There we are, Mick Davenport. Bye-bye, darling. There we go. Going in timeout. Please don't come back under an alias because that'll get timed out as well. Young Mick. Okay. Mick Davenport timed out. 5-minute tea break for Mick Davenport and 2 raffle tickets for you as well there, mate. Mick. 529 and 530. Okay. A little super chat jingle there. I certainly didn't expect all this earlier on today. So that's 529 and 530 for Mick Davenport. Mick Davenport. 529 and 530. You might win the thing tomorrow. Have you got one of these, Mick? So you won't be able to answer because you're in a tea break. I do notice you seem to have another alias on here at the moment. Maybe not. Oh no, you've changed the name halfway through the show, did you? Okay, fair enough. So you're out for a tea break as well. And Gary Ross as well is having a little bit of a tea break. The funny thing is, which I neglected to realise, once you put someone in a tea break, all the other messages disappear as well. So, so if you've sent me a message, that's a good point. We've just discovered that now. So if you sent me a message earlier on in the show, okay, and you've been timed out, I won't be able to see that again. And you kind of pick up from where you left off, but the other messages, I don't think come back after you've come back off your tea break. So there we are. And 2 for Gary Ross here as well. Gary Ross, you get a couple of tickets as well, Gary. Courtesy of Mr. Mick Davenport. 531 and 532. Make sure you're here tomorrow morning for the big raffle for the Echo Dot, the best ever prize we've given away. The Echo Dot. Echo Dot. All right. There we are. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We've really stacked up on the messages, so I'm going to go down to the bottom and work up a little bit there. All right. Thanks very much for those little tea breaks that you're purchasing, everyone, this evening. Let's have a look. Gizmo. Hello, Gizmo. I am good, me, Wonder Woman. Gizmo is announced. Hello, Gizmo. Greetings, greetings. It could be a super chat night. We never know. Never know. That's up to you, you know. We never ask for any cash, darling. Never, ever ask for any cash. It's up to you. All right, it's up to you. Bond Empire should be timed out as well. Is he there, right? Is he there as well? Is he, darling? Thank you for letting me know. Oh, yes, I see that there. Don't come back on an alias, okay? Because that'll get timed out as well. Because that's just cheating and it's not fair. Also, if you send me a text while you're timed out, that'll be ignored as well. No way of contacting me while you're on a tea break. I'm almost tempted to get everyone a tea break myself, to be honest. There's Gary Butler. Evening, Gary. Evening. There's my nephew, Gary Butler. Say hello there. Jason's very offended by your comment. Oh, I haven't started. Offended by my comment. Well, I might as well go now. I've done my job. That's it. I'm happy. I've offended Jason Hughes with a comment. Good. Good. I'm glad about that. Glad about that. Enjoy it while it lasts. You won't get any of this in the morning, my love. Did a professional programme in the morning. Professional, dear. More viewers almost than Naga Manchetti and Piers morbidly obese Morgan. It's awful. Hello to Maureen. Good evening, Maureen. She's with us tonight. Hello, lovely Maureen. All right. If you do see anyone using another account, do let me know. Thank you very much for that, Mandy. Please feel free to let me know, and I'll come in there. All right. Don't let them piss us about, okay? Don't let them piss us about. Good evening to Shania. I saw her little name up there. Hello, Shania, my darling. Let's have a look. Gizmo says, fun things to do with tech. Good evening. How's the house hunting going? Not really. I hear the cemeteries are looking for a new owner. I wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me walking for a cemetery or anything like that at night. No, I believe in ghosts and spirits. I believe in all that. I believe that they have a right to exist the same as everyone else. I know probably most of you don't believe in ghosts. I reckon Rachel probably does. I reckon she does. I could see Rachel at some point coming in here and we could do a little Ouija board or something like that. Right, Rachel, see what dead people want to talk to us. I quite happily go into a cemetery. The dark doesn't really bother me. It's the living you've got to worry about, isn't it? The living. Fran Green's doing some thumbs up. Thanks very much, Fran. Thank you. There's Martin. Welcome, everyone, to this aggressive stream. Oh, Gizmo's got you're an electrician. You've got a broken arm. Well, that must be difficult. Hope you wear rubber gloves when you're touching those nasty old wires. Yeah, look. Peter Wright. That means if you do that, Chris, you'll have to give us all £2 super chat. He's always there trying to get free tickets, isn't he, old Peter Wright? Always there trying to get tickets, aren't you, Peter? For nothing. Don't think so. Why does that mean? Why is that, Peter? That means if you do that, you have to give us £2 super chats. Why is that, Peter? I can do what I damn well please. Do anything I want. It's my show. Do what I like. Don't need you telling me what to do half the time. Do I? How many times have I told you not to produce me? Do you know, I think that's a timeout. I think that's a 5-minute timeout. Trying to produce the show, not allowed. You may comment, but don't produce me. Don't need producing. The only time I'll ever be produced is if I ever appear again on BBC One Colour, which I'm sure is just around the corner. I know it. I think it's a case of not being near the phone a lot of the time. Because I don't live my life on the phone. You know? I don't sit there waiting for a message. My sister thinks I does. I am. My sister thinks I'm on the phone far too much. But I don't sort of every 5 minutes pick it up. Only when I'm round her. She says to me, my sister, she says to me, why are you always on your phone? I said, well, say something interesting to me and I'll put it down. You know. I had a little face. Do you know she's gone to bed already? 7:30 they were in bed. Funny, isn't it? You think that's too early to go to bed 7:30? Each and every one to their own. Who else is chatting here? Oh, I tell you what. My sister asked me to ask you something here, right? What's Daniel saying? Can I give you all some advice? Before you make toast, always check your toaster in case of any fallen bread. I just had a small toaster fire. Well, it's very dangerous, Daniel. Do you know, it's funny you should just... I just had a couple of slices of toast before I came up earlier. Chris Williams, sorry that I was late in claiming my prize today at bingo due to video delay. Why is that, Chris? Did you claim? Because I didn't see it. We'd gone. Bloody hell, you must have been really late. How late were you with your claim then? Anyone see Chris Williams' claim today? We've probably fallen off the system then. Shall I check for you? I can do that tonight. One moment, please. Is that 3 or 4 times? It's only you, Chris. There's something wrong with your blooming computer or whatever you're watching on. I suggest you try and watch on something else. Let me have a look. Yes, you're off the system. You've come off. How is it even possible? Is it 3 times or 4 times? Look, Mick's back already. Hello, Mick. He's back. How is it even possible that you keep being so late? I don't get it. Dear me, let's get rid of that bingo card there. Right, well, you'll have to go back on it again. Send me an email and I'll add you back on there. Anyone else want to go on there? Just send me an email for the daily bingo. I honestly, 3 times. Are you for real? This never happens. So it's 2 people, Adam the plumber and 1 other person and you. That's it. Hello to Glenda. Evening, Glenda. No phoning tonight, Glenda, my darling. No phoning tonight. Oh, all right then. Just a moment, Glenda. Do you know the number, love? I don't like to open a phone line. You're all right, but you get a lot of stupid people ringing up. Saying stupid things all the time. All right, Glenda, that's open now, darling. Give us a call if you want to, my love. I think you got the number there, haven't you, lovey? Give us a call, Glenda, and I'll put you on, my love. He claimed just after I went. I mean, that must be a delay of like, I don't know, at least 5 minutes. How? There's Built in Scotland. Evening, Mr. Built in Scotland. Hello to you. All right. Oh, what's that on there? What on earth is that on there? Oh, I thought that was a bogey. It's a sticky... It's a sticky piece of paper on my mixer. There's a little problem with one of the faders, so I had a bit of sticky on there to stick it down. Now it's come off, so it might start sounding a bit funny. I don't... Oh, there's Glenda. She kept the number. There we are. Hello, Glenda. All right, darling.
Hello. How are all my United Kingdom talk friends doing tonight?
Hello, Glenda. Lovely to hear your voice, my love, in Pennsylvania. Yeah. 6500.
Yes, and I'm not in Pittsburgh. You always say I'm in Pittsburgh. It's Northumberland, Pennsylvania.
I beg your pardon, Northumberland, Pennsylvania. We have a Northumberland here. They're about to go in COVID. I
know that.
Go on, darling.
You're going to go in lockdown?
Northumberland or something north. I'm not quite sure. They all sound the same to me, these places up north, to be honest. You know, once you go from Watford upwards, everything is the same.
Do you think that you're going to go in lockdown again soon?
Oh, yes, I think so. Yes, I think so.
Well, in the United States here, like in Pennsylvania, we just had over 2,000 COVID cases in the state of Pennsylvania yesterday. And I think it's over 2,000 in one day.
Wow.
And it keeps on increasing and increasing, but we don't have, like, people are basically doing whatever they want here. There are no restrictions, really. There are some restrictions as far as bars and restaurants. They can't be full capacity, but people are still going out and socializing. People are still going into the bars and being around a bunch of people. It's really bad. A lot of the people aren't even wearing masks. And like I said to you in my text message this morning, most of those people I would consider Trump supporters. Right. They're the ones that feel like wearing a mask is taking away from their American rights. And it's just outrageous.
Right.
They would go into riots over here if they were doing what they're doing in the UK.
Right.
The Americans would throw a fit about it because they just feel like we're entitled, basically, and we have the right to do whatever we want, whenever we want. Who cares if other people get sick because of our actions?
That's basically it, isn't it, with them there? Tell me, how are you on that? Do you wear a mask when you're going out, or what?
I wear a mask when I go out, yes. And when it first started, was I happy about wearing a mask? No, not really. But now it's just so, like, second nature to me that I do it. I don't even think about it, like... And I've been buying a bunch of different masks, and so I have quite a collection.
Right.
Every time I go out, I put one on. I don't go away as much as I used to. I don't even really, like, go around my mom all that often anymore because she works at a grocery store, so she's around a bunch of people all the time. And so I'm kind of trying to distance myself from everybody.
Yeah. Well, the only people I've mixed with are family members, really, and my friend. That's it. That's it. I haven't been out anywhere since March. No pubs, no work, nothing really. You know, I just carry on.
I haven't ate in a restaurant, like physically sat in a restaurant, that probably the end of February or beginning of March. And it's probably been less than at least 7 times that I've actually been out and gotten takeaway, like I've brought it home with me.
Right.
Probably about 7 times, maybe, if that, because I'm kind of paranoid to be eating at a restaurant, too, because you don't know who's preparing your food and what happens if they have it and they cough on your food.
I would be exactly the same. I would be exactly the same as you. So... Yeah.
But I'm fortunate I work from home.
Yeah.
So I don't really need to go anywhere. Yeah.
What do you do to sort of pass the hours away while you're stuck there at home then? Do you have a garden? Do you have a garden?
Yeah. Oh, we have a big backyard, yeah. We call them backyards here in the U.S., but yes, we have a big backyard. I live in town, but our property is pretty big. So in the summer, I spent a lot of time outside in our backyard, and I was feeding all the chipmunks and squirrels and the rabbits that we have, watching the birds. We have a lot of little animals in our backyard, and I sit and I name all the different chipmunks. Oh my God, they are so cute. I have one that's named Dorothy that lives next to our house. She's so adorable, and she takes nuts from you. Well, she used to, but she's a little bit skittish now. But yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah, we
nice
love all of our
to have little
furry
things
friends.
like that. So you can go out in your when you say a yard, you see, I think of a yard as like a paved area or like
No.
tarmac.
There's grass. We have a big
okay,
maple
so that's
tree
a
in our
garden, yeah.
backyard. I have hydrangea. I have a big hydrangea that I planted. I have a butterfly bush. I have 2 of those. We had a vegetable garden this past summer, so
Yeah.
we took care of that. I have a big lilac bush. I plant a lot of different flowers and stuff like that. So that kept me busy. However, it was really, really dry on the
Right.
East Coast this past summer, at least where I live. So we had to water the stuff a lot. But yeah, we had a very nice summer. It hardly rained at all this past summer for us.
I think it was all right here as well. It was all right here as well. It was quite nice. With the hydrangeas, I learnt a couple of years ago, never cut them back because the next year you don't get any flowers.
Really?
Yeah, don't cut them back. I cut them back
well, that's
once and there were
good
no
to know.
you know, but I say they're not really flowers, are they? They're those like, I mean, they don't really look like flowers or things on a hydrangea, but when it comes out, Gary says a butterfly bush sounds interesting.
You'll have to look it up online. Yeah, they get fairly big. I just bought a new one last year and planted this past summer and planted another one next to our shed. But the first one that I bought, I mean, it's pretty big, and they get flowers on the whole entire summer, and it attracts a bunch of butterflies. Like,
are the flowers on there like very small flowers and they're like a cone shape?
They are.
That's them, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a couple here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's absolutely surrounded by butterflies in the summer. Surrounded by them. They come from all over there. Beautiful things.
And they smell really good too.
Yes.
My husband wants me to ask you, what are they doing for people over in England due to the coronavirus? Like, what is the government doing for you guys as far as, are you getting any stimulus checks? Are you getting any kind of payment for people that have been put out of work?
Yes. I think if you're out of work, you get a certain payment. I'm self-employed, so I could have got a payment myself. I think it was, what was it now? I think they added up your tax receipts for the last 3 years and averaged something out, and you got like, I think it was 80% for the. I can't remember the exact figures now, but that was it. I did try and claim it, but I wasn't eligible because I've got other income coming in from properties, so I didn't get anything, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, but people who are laid off from work, they get a furlough. It's called the furlough scheme. The first one, I think, is about to or has just finished. So they've got some other scheme now. So they do get money. It's not the full wages. And, you know, in my opinion, you have to cut your cloth. You know, if you're not going to get all the money you get and you sit there drinking and smoking or spending stuff on stuff you wouldn't normally do, then you've got to cut back. It's no use expecting to get the same money that you, because there's only so much money to go around. They can't just print it. A lot of people think they can just print money and that's fine. No, it doesn't quite work like that. Don't ask me how it does work, but I know it doesn't work like that. And if they print loads of money, then the value of the money goes down, and then they have to print more, and it's a never-ending thing like that. But yeah, people got money. A lot of people got money if they lost their jobs. But
well, that's good.
People fall through the net, don't they? So some people would be left right out. But when you see the people on the telly, you know, they're holding a brand new phone and moaning that they've got no money. Well, get rid of the phone then. You know, that's my opinion. You have to cut your cloth to fit how much is coming in. And if there's not so much coming in, you've got to cut back on something. You cancel your cable television or something like that to save the money there. There's always savings to be made. I've cut back to the bare bone here, dear. The bare bone, Glenda.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I'm receiving poverty parcels now from the government. I am, my love. Poverty parcels. I haven't eaten in weeks.
So, have you, over in the UK, are you guys like paying attention to the American election, which, by the way, is November 3rd, this coming Tuesday?
Is that right?
Are you going to be watching to see?
On and off, not really paying much attention to it, to be honest. However, does that mean on the 4th of November you could have a new president? Is that what that means?
Well, that means that, okay, so Tuesday the 3rd is election day, November 3rd. And then I think the new president then takes office, I believe, the beginning or the middle of January.
Right.
Sometime in January. But yeah, like I'm thinking because of the way everything has been going and how dirty people have been as far as not very nice and civil, I'm expecting to have some mega riots over here in the United States. I just know that it's going to happen because so there's always a winner and a loser.
Yes.
But people don't understand that anymore here. So people are going to be pissed no matter whether they are, pissed here means mad, not drunk.
Right.
People are going to be mad regardless of who wins, because the people that are voting for Trump are going to be mad that Biden won. And if Biden wins, and if Trump wins, the people that voted for Biden are going to be mad that Trump won. So I don't know. I'm not voting for President Trump. I don't care for him. I voted for him in the first election, and I will not vote for him again. I think that he is not a very good president. He doesn't act in a presidential manner.
It works in a very different way because here, say we had an election on the 3rd, right? But I'm really sorry. Do you mind? Can you just give me a moment or two? My finger's killing me. I've got to keep my finger on a button there because I've got. Oh, hang on, that looks all right now. Oh no, that's your call coming in. That one. I've got a problem with a fader there. That's a little button that the sound comes in and out of, and I've got to keep my finger on it because it keeps coming up. It's bit of an old mixer there. I could do with another one, to be honest, but we struggle on, don't we? And if I put a bit of tape on there, that might just hold it down a little bit better than what I can keep pushing it. Otherwise, it may affect the. I don't know if it would affect the sound actually. Probably. Let me just try and take this down a bit there and see if that will work there. That may or may. Oh no, it doesn't. Hang on. The little thing's gone straight through the tape. I'll tell you what. Just talk a moment for us and. People can tell me whether they can still hear you properly or not. Okay.
Well, what do you want me to talk about? I don't really know.
So I'm looking at my screen now, and there's only one little light going up, and there should be two, you see. That's why it's bothering me that people... Could you count to 10 for me,
so the
Glenda?
election is the election here in the United States is coming up, and I was just wondering what your opinion was on the current president and for the United States, and who our European friends are hoping wins the election.
Yeah. No, I can't get that fixed. I need to get something from the other room. I'll keep my finger. Well, we're not going to do phone calls anyway tonight, so let's just stick that back down there. I'll try another piece of tape. That might work. It's all very temporary here, my darling. Usually I'll just go out and buy a new mixer, but it's a little bit tight at the moment with things, so we're having to be a bit careful with the camera.
Oh, no, I totally understand. Do you think that you're going to go back to doing karaoke at some point?
Well, I'd like to, but at the moment they offered me the job back again because they want to start doing it again. But to me, it's a big risk, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So I've literally handed the job to someone else, really. I literally have handed it to someone else, and so I don't know, really. I don't know what will happen there.
Do you hear from any of the people that used to do it? I remember watching that one man. I really liked him. He was funny. That Roy.
Roy,
I think
yes.
Was his name.
Yes, he keeps in contact on the phone there. Right, if you just tell me now, from this point onwards, whether or not you can hear Glenda properly, exactly the same as before, or has she gone a bit quiet? Because it looks to me that she might have gone a bit quiet. You were just saying about the American elections, yeah. It works very differently here. So here, if we had an election on November the 3rd, our Prime Minister at the moment is Boris Johnson, okay? That's our Prime Minister at the moment. If we had an election on November the 3rd... right, on November the 4th, we'd have a result, okay? And if the result went the other way, he'd be gone that day, straight out.
Really?
Yes,
oh, no, not
there's
here.
no period of changeover at all. Literally, he loses, he's out that day, and the next one's straight in. That's how it works. So whenever they have an election here, what happens is they literally have to pack up all their stuff on the election day with the possibility that they might be moving out. And if they don't move out, then they've got to unpack everything again and put it back on the shelves. That's how it works here. Straight out. Straight out. Thank you, Martin.
Wow. Well, they're saying also that possibly even if President Trump isn't reelected, that he might try to say that, oh, well, you know, all the votes weren't counted properly, or, oh, there was corruption with the mail-in votes. Yeah. And he might try to actually end up trying to continue to stay in office that way as well.
Yes, I'd heard
so
that as well.
That yeah.
He does come across like someone who would do something like that. And so where would you all be then if that happened? What would happen then? Do you know?
Oh my gosh, I think that there would be a lot of big time rioting here in the United States. I mean, because then really, what's the point in even having an election?
Yes.
What is the point in having an election? There is no point.
Because then it would become more of a... Well, you'd have a dictatorship then, wouldn't you?
Pretty much, yeah. So who knows? It will be exciting to see how it all plays out over the next month or so.
I did know that you were doing a lot of the postal votes this year. Is that right? Most of you are voting by post. Is that correct?
Oh, you mean it's called the mail-in ballots? A lot of people here. Yeah, mail-in ballots. A lot of the people here are doing them, and I think that is because they just don't want to be around a bunch of people. I'm going to go and physically vote in person. It's fairly close to my house, and I don't think there's going to be like a very big line.
Yes.
So I'm not really that concerned about it. But a lot of people are doing those here.
Do you know many people who have died personally?
No, but not personally. But I can tell you that back in the end of the end of January, my husband and I had ordered new windows to put in our house. And so our contractor was supposed to be coming when they came into the Lowe's and Home Improvement, and he was going to come and put them in. Well, anyways, to make a long story short, here his father was living in New York City, and he ended up getting it and passed away from it. And then also I had another friend who had a relative in New York City, and he ended up catching it but didn't pass away from it. And I mean, I kind of know not know personally, but I know of people that have had it. There is a woman that knows my mom. She used to work with my mom at the grocery store, and she came in a couple of weeks ago, and she was telling my mom that she had gotten the virus from her grandchild. And I guess she was sick for a little while, but she recovered. It took her a while to get back to where she normally was as far as health-wise, but she was fine. So
yeah, good.
I don't know. I guess
good.
It's just like Russian roulette.
Oh, it really is. That's a thing, you see. You don't really want to get it. If you do, you're likely not to suffer too much, but you might just be one of those few people who die. You know, and you don't want that really, do you? Not yet. Do you know what I mean? Not yet. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier. Actually, the chap who's going to be doing the karaoke at Central Station. I was just talking to him literally half an hour before we came on today, and we got round to the subject. Everyone gets round to that subject eventually of the virus
COVID
thing. And he was saying he knows someone who's had it 3 times. 3 times now.
Really?
And this time it's not as bad as last time, but each time he goes and gets a test, and it's the 3rd time he's got a positive over the last 6 months. 3 times.
Wow.
3 times, yes. So it comes back. You know, comes back, doesn't it?
Yeah, it can. But at least for you guys over there, you have universal health care. Over here, we don't even have that. Now, I believe that they are like health insurance companies or the government in general, if you get sick with that, is helping to take care of medical bills. But that's
Right.
another thing that I believe President Trump wants to do is he wants to get rid of Obamacare, which has through that, I think like 20 million, don't quote me on the figures, but it's a lot of people that Obamacare has offered health insurance to, and they've been able to get coverage. Because of Obamacare now, we have pre-existing conditions that are covered.
Yes.
And President Trump wants to totally eliminate Obamacare.
Right,
and so basically, in a time of need, like a crisis that we have, he wants to get rid of the health care that has helped so many people. What happens if these people need to go to the doctor?
Terrible. We're very,
health
very.
costs-
I'm always aware of how very, very lucky we are here. My brother-in-law has just told me the average death here from COVID is 84. That's the average death here. Mick, who's one of our regular viewers, says my brother had COVID-19, was very poorly and wasn't expected to survive, but he did, and he's recovering now. They also have have you heard of the expression long COVID? Have you heard of long COVID?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that is something they say. A lot of people are saying they have recovered from it, but they end up with other medical conditions what go on on and on, like go on.
No, I was just going to say, yes, I have heard of people getting that, and then they end up like getting other things like memory loss or other conditions that are a result of, I've heard of that, but I didn't hear that long COVID. I didn't know it was referred to that. Yeah.
Oh, well, Glenda, lovely to talk to you tonight, my darling. A real pleasure to hear your little voice come up.
It was nice to talk to you.
All right?
Yeah, it was nice to talk to you. And you take care of yourself and everybody else, all of your viewers.
All right, my love. See you soon, Glenda. Bye-bye, my love.
Okay. See ya.
Beautiful
Bye-bye.
lady. There we are. Our Glenda calling in there from Pennsylvania. 6500, boys and girls. Gary Ross, has he built the wall yet? I don't think he's doing it himself. Hasn't he got other people to do it? Paul Adamson, my sister had it, in-law had it, but her husband, my brother, didn't. See, so various people. I don't know if I did or not. I know back in March, just before it happened, there was a couple of days I had to take off work because I just had no energy whatsoever. I was like, I didn't want to get out of bed or do anything. It was the weirdest thing, something I've never had before. I don't not go to work if I'm ill. I struggle in if I possibly can. It was a couple of times I've been really ill, but, there we are. Rachel's wishing you good luck there, Glenda. Thank you, Rachel. Very kind of you. George, your caravan light is not on. Now, George, this always amazes me. It amazes me how stupid people are. We've got all this content going on. We're chatting about various things at that particular moment, COVID-19. I had no intention at all. I've got nothing set out in front of me tonight. We are led by the chat box. So all that's going on, and some dickhead says, caravan light. Do you realise how pathetic that sounds? Anyone who says that. It's absolutely pathetic. All that going on, and you just point out something that's not working. Is it some sort of thing that you've got? Is it like a perversion where you just want to work out what's not working and what isn't? I will remind you, if you make a comment, if you don't want an answer, then don't make the comment. It's just so ridiculous. It really is. Perhaps you could film this show maybe with the caravan light on and put one of those outtake videos up, like It Will Be All Right on the Night. It's just completely and totally irrelevant with everything else going on, isn't it? Think about it. She was a bit low on volume, says John there, but you didn't notice any difference from. I don't think. I don't know. It looked like she was only coming through one channel. There's a dodgy fader on the mixer, and I don't have another spare one. It's about time I got a new one, but it's like 300 quid for a decent one, so not at the moment. I've got a couple of other inputs there, actually. Hang on a minute. Let me just have a look there. I've just spotted. I wonder where they come through then. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. There we go. Tape in. Now, where would that come through? Tape level. Oh, maybe I could use that, actually. Oh, hang on. What? Oh, no, hang on. No, I've got the other. No, I'd have to have different plugs on it. Tape in. What does that do? It's strange. Or maybe I could use that one there. What does that do there? I don't want to change things around too much. I might be able to swap that over onto another thing. Maybe that will work. Maybe it won't. I won't know unless I get another phone call in. I wasn't intending to open the lines tonight because you get stupid people. Oh, just wanted to say hello. What's the point in ringing in and just wanting to say hello? Is that something? I know it's just irrelevant, isn't it? Really. There you go. Gizmo. It was all on the left channel. I thought so. Yeah. So we can't really do that. It just doesn't. It's a dodgy button, and I have to keep my finger on it. And it's all right for like a couple of minutes, but after a long conversation, your finger starts going a little bit weak. Weak. I feel weak. What else have we got here? Boris isn't Prime Minister. He's never on TV. Wait, well, who's the Prime Minister then? Who's the Prime Minister then? Is it someone else? Of course he's the Prime Minister. Might not be on TV, but he's the Prime Minister, isn't he? Hello to Dazzy84. Hello, Dazzy. I do need a new... Oh, Alan and Heath. Yeah, but we're not royalty here. I haven't got an Alan and Heath mixer. You're so right. Hello to Scott Silver. I'll sing a hymn to Mary, the mother of my God. Shall we do a hymn or two? Peter Wright, I can't ring as I'm blocked. Well, you shouldn't have pissed about so much before you got blocked, should you? I told you that. I kept telling you. You just sent text after text after text. That's why you were blocked. And I know if I unblock you, you probably won't do it for about a week and then it'll start again. Unlucky, Peter, you're not going to get unblocked. The only way you could get unblocked is to get yourself a new mobile number. Then I'll accept the other number. It's your fault. Shouldn't piss me about so much. If you annoy me, what do you think I'm going to do? Just sit here and take it? No. Unlucky. Look, Gary Ross. Microphone ain't sitting straight. Need a spirit level. Well, it's not the only thing that's not straight here, is it, Gary Ross? Look at you. So-called straight man. Bent as a 5-bob note you are. You're gayer than I am. By the comments on here. Gayer than I am. Nothing wrong with my mic. Look. That's how it is. That's what this is for, idiot. You adjust it to how you want it. Perhaps I'll have it up here like that. You know, so you can't see my old face, or you pull it down like that. You know, push it back like that. I could have it hanging up here. I want it like that. That all right with you? Christ almighty, see what I mean by thickos on here. You could always use a mono to stereo adapter. Good. You see? Sensible comments from Tech Sparky. At least we got someone sensible on here. That's a very, very good point. And perhaps I've got one in my drawer. One moment, please, while I have a look. Here, look. Miserable old git. Bugger your super chats, then the amount of super chats I put in, well, no more. Fine. No one's forcing you to send a super chat. Besides, you only send super chat because you want a little prize. That's the only reason you send it. I know that. See? You make me blooming laugh. You make me laugh. You sit there moaning that I won't read the chat box, and the moment I start answering you, you don't like that answer either. You really are a dickhead, aren't you? You really are a dickhead. Why are you even here? Why don't you just go? There must be something else you can do with your sad, lonely, pathetic life. Isn't there? Nobody likes you. We hate you. There must be something else you can do. What, perhaps you can collect dollies? You know, or get yourself on Grindy. You're clearly gay. Perhaps I think you might need to go down the gym a little bit before you go on there, my love. You're clearly gay. Never seen so much puffiness on this channel as you before you appeared. Sick of it. Now, let me see. Stereo to mono adapter. Must have taken that out of something, mustn't I? Yeah, Peter, what if I send you this? Would that be any good to you? Perhaps you could insert it somewhere and you might have some common bloody sense then. Mightn't you? Huh? Moan, 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 moan with your stupid comments all the time. You're the worst offender on here by far. Evening to Stephen Carter. Evening, Stephen. Nice to see you. I haven't got one. There might be one. Actually, I might have one in the... I've got one of these cupboards in the living room as well. Is Martin here? Have you got a stereo to mono adapter, Martin? Jack to 2 jack. One 1/4-inch jack to 2 1/4-inch jack sockets I need. Have you got one of those? Ah, Dad's at war. Good evening, Dad's at war. Decent graphics card. That's not worthy of being sent to him. Well, the reason this is in here, I've lost it now. I'll tell you the reason this is in here. When I bought the broadcast computer, has he gone? I think he's gone. Oh, thank God for that. Oh, he's still there. Would not expect it as a gift or not. You're just here to row, Peter. That's the only reason you come on here. I know that. Oh, why doesn't he refer to the messages anymore? This is exactly why. This is exactly why I'm sick to death of listening to the blooming bullshit most of you talk on here. That's why. That's why I just sit here now in the morning and I go through it. What did you expect? Stupid comments deserve stupid answers. So someone was asking about this. Who was it now? Let me have a look. Hello, Chris. The cord management issues. Wow. I mean, this one's quite neat. Look, it's got little clips around it. See? Does anyone want to time Peter out? Yeah, I've got a list here. It's £2 for 5 minutes, £10 for a whole show, which means if you get timed out for a whole show, you actually go on the block list. And I have to remember to take you off. Okay? £40 for the whole week, £90 for a month, or £500 for a whole year. Yeah, Glenda, they get on my tits. Glenda, they really do. You won't get any of this in the morning, Glenda. It's only at night time, my love. They get on my bleeding tits, all of them. Not all of them. No, that's a lie. Not all of them. Where are we now? What was I just looking for? Oh, yes, this thing. So this was in my refurbished computer, because I didn't buy a new one. They were too dear. Cut your cloth. As John Parrish says. What happened is I came in and the picture had gone. I'd done an update, you know, like an update thing. I don't know if it was I think it was a Microsoft update. And after that, there was no picture. So I took this out and went to the onboard graphics card and that worked. So that's why that's not in there. That may work perfectly all right. But actually, I don't need it. Everything runs perfectly well without it. So that's why that's not in there, you see. All right. Oh, dear. Can I just have a little look in my... No, I'm pretty sure I haven't got a... little thing there. Oh, what's this? Look, I've got something else here. Oh, there's all sorts down here, dear. Look. It's a light, look. Just give me the light. Do you like that song by Sean Paul? Just give me the light. Hang on a minute. Let me just plug this in. We'll see if this works. I'm sure this works. Where's the on button on this? Oh. Just give me the light. I was using this to do the show, but watch, look, it's just awful, isn't it? Don't look good, that. Just makes me look funny. Basically, it was too bright. You can turn the darkness down, or the brightness down, but it was still a bit too bright for the... Oh, do you know what? That looks good, doesn't it? Do you think that looks good? There you go, look. Put that there. Oh, that's not bad, actually. No, it doesn't make any difference now. But if you have it too light, that looks good like that. Where could I have that? No, I don't know. I'll find something to do with that. Maybe that might make an appearance at Christmas time. I like Christmas. Oh, we got a super chat from Adam the plumber. Let me just do that for you, Adam. Who's this for? Oh, a cup of tea for Peter R. Peter R. I hope I didn't upset you too much by swearing then, Glenda, but they wind me up. You'll get a little bit of that. You'll never get that during the daytime, my darling. Just at night, I kind of take off the filter a little bit. Not fully, mind. Just a little bit, but Glenda. Peter R. Who's Peter R? Do you mean Peter W? I'm assuming you mean Peter W. Can I just ask for your correction there before I don't want to time out the wrong person for a few minutes. You get some raffle tickets as well, of course. One moment. Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Free raffle tickets for whoever is Peter R. I'm presuming you mean Peter W. Which could it be? The ring lights are good, but builds can't get... you can't get replacement. No, well, they're LEDs, aren't they? That's the same with a lot of the LED lights. You can't get replacements for those, really. It's just how it is. I like this side of you. It's funny. Do you think so, Glenda? I can completely take the filter off if you want. Ah, well, I know that's Adam. I don't know that Adam is timing you out, Peter. We're just waiting for confirmation from Adam. It is Peter W. So Peter W is now timed out. And he's timed you out as well for 2 minutes. So 2 minutes for Adam, 5 minutes for Adam, and 5 minutes for Peter Wright. And Peter Wright gets 3 raffle tickets there. Let me write these out. This is for the Echo Dot tomorrow. Just a reminder, gang, the whole timing out thing, when you see that, that's nothing to do with me. It's available to anyone who wants to do it, okay? You can send someone out of the room for 5 minutes, for a 5-minute tea break for just £2, okay? So you've got, there we go, 533, 534 and 535 go in there. You probably noticed one other thing about when I get a little bit pissed off on here, okay? So we have the pissed off, okay? I make my comments. The next show, it's completely forgotten. And do you know why that is? Because I'm a Roman Catholic and I forgive. But by the next show, we never bring it up again. We all start afresh. That's how this show works, okay? It never carries on into the next show. So if Peter's brave enough to reappear tomorrow, he knows that tonight won't be mentioned. Unless, of course, he brings it up, which is up to you. Anyway, and Adam the plumber, you get a couple of tickets as well now, Adam, from Peter Wright. Don't forget, gang, if you time someone out for 5 minutes, if you send them on a tea break for £2, you also hand them 2 raffle tickets, okay? 536 and 537, free of charge. For Adam the plumber. I wonder who will win that tomorrow. It's quite exciting, that is. Who's going to win our best ever prize? Even better than the clock? I don't know. What do you think, Rachel? Rachel's got one of our clocks. I said clock with an L. Rachel's got one of our clocks. Is that a better price than the clock, do you think, Rachel? Hello to Taylor Marshall. God isn't real. Oh, what an interesting fact, Taylor. God is... Well, who wrote all the hymns then? Didn't God write all the hymns? Did he not? Where did Adam and Eve come from? Were they fishes once? You can have a little fish. Good evening, Taylor. Whereabouts are you, darling? Do let us know. Sherry wants the ring light. Any chance? Christ, do you know what? Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing what people want? I want this, I want that. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with this. It comes with a little stand. I tell you what I'll do, John. I'm not going to give it to anyone. Comes with a little stand. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do with this. Because funnily enough, I had a prize sorted for next week's Super Chat raffle. But then I realised I can't give it away yet. Because it's... Oh, I can't tell you that. I don't want to tell you what that is. Okay? But I can't give it away yet. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Next week's Super Chat raffle will be this. Not tonight. Not tonight. Will be this fantastic ring light. It will come. It won't have its own box. I don't think the box has gone now. I'm sure it has. Okay, there it is. And it plugs into a USB, you see. So you can plug that either directly into your computer, or you can plug it into like a adapter, you know, like a charging plug, you know, on that. You plug it into your computer like that. Oh. Okay, so that's plugged into the computer, and there's the little button. That's good, isn't it? I think it's great, that. I don't know if I want to give that away. Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Sean Paul. What a crap song that is, isn't it, eh? Just give me the light. Do you know, it looks good on the clock there. Oh, around the clock. Around the clock. Oh, that looks good. Around Denise Andrews' clock. That looks fantastic, that. Is that a good price? I have no idea what I paid for it now. I've no idea what it's worth. I imagine about 25 quid. Probably about a little bit more than the Echo Dot. 25, 35 quid. Something around that. It's very light. Okay. They're LED bulbs. Once it stops working, that's it. So that will be the Super Chat prize. Not this week, next week. All right. So if you want to win this, that'll be from tomorrow. From after we've done that tomorrow. Let me just light that up for you. Oh, it's good, isn't it? It's very bright, and you can turn it down. I think it's a great little thing, this. But I'm not using it, so I might as well put it as a Super Chat raffle. Look. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I like that. Do you like that? Just give me the light. You could use it for extra lighting in the car. Absolutely, you could, yes. Absolutely. Plug it into a USB socket in your car. I've got one of those, a USB socket in the car. Have you got one in my Toyota RAV4 Super Spaceship? So we'll do that, all right? We'll do that this week, as you requested it. Always open to requests, of course. Was that your first ever time out, Adam the Plumber, was it? Fun things to do with tech. He sent us a £1 tip tonight. Thank you very much. Oh, the cash is pouring in tonight. I thought it was going to be really poor soon. Perhaps not. Let me give you a free raffle ticket there, Mr. Tech Sparky. Ticket number 538 for you. That's for tomorrow morning's raffle, my darling. Okay. 538 Tech Sparky. There we go. Oh, actually, is there a Facebook message waiting from you? Is it you? I haven't replied to someone. I meant to do that earlier before the show. Simon. Are you Simon? I get a bit confused with different names on YouTube and then the different Facebook names. It can be a little bit confusing sometimes. Hello, Mark Burrows. Evening, Mark. Evening, Mark. We made a little bit of an error, didn't we, the other night? Don't worry, I have corrected it. Mark Burrows, you got some raffle tickets, didn't you? And I put Mark Bowles down foolishly. So don't worry, I have corrected that, okay? All right, don't worry about that. That has been done for you. It was pointed out to me. Actually, my brother-in-law pointed that out to me. So there we are. I just looking up for... There was Rachel. You could use it for extra lighting in the car. Oh, it was Rachel who said that. No, I asked Rachel something earlier. Clock and Alexa are both about the same. Both great. There you go. She likes her... Because actually, Rachel bought one of our clocks some time ago. They are quite expensive to get made. And once you've sent them out at all, they are quite expensive to do, which is why we only put them on the Super Chat raffle now. You know, there is a limit. Do you know what I mean? And you're giving away something that's going to cost you like 35 quid in the end. So there we are. Taylor is in Canada, who is an atheist. So welcome along to the show, Taylor. We accept everyone here, Taylor. Yeah, we accept religious people, non-religious people, white people, black people, gay people, straight people. We don't care. We don't care. What I do care about is the fact that I'm getting quite warm at the moment. So if you don't mind, can I just turn my heating off, Taylor? I've never been to Canada. What a beautiful place. I have some viewers in Canada. Yeah, I've got a few viewers in Canada, but you're new, so you're very welcome along. Do join in the chat box. People like to talk to each other there as well as me in here. Just a minute. I'm going to just turn my heating off. It's a bit hot in here. Oh, dear me. Where's the thing gone? Can't find a remote control now. Alexa, light on. Alexa, light on. Pay attention when I'm talking to you, dear. Ow. Alexa, light off. Thank you so much, darling. There we are. She's a bit slow tonight. Have you found, you know, when you're talking to your Amazon devices, sometimes it's a bit slow to react, isn't it? Have you noticed that? Weird, isn't it? Yeah, everyone believes in what they believe in, Taylor. Doesn't bother me. We really do. I accept everyone's whatever they are, you know. Girls who want to be boys, perhaps. Boys who want to be girls. Whatever. Catholics, Church of England, Buddhists, Muslims, Jews, don't care. Everyone's welcome on here, my love. You believe in what you believe in, and that's it. Or if you don't believe, that's fine as well. We are happy to have you. We're grateful for the numbers, to be honest. I can't lie. Things are pretty desperate here, to be honest. If Chris really hated me, he would ban me from his channel altogether. No. Why would I ban you? You've got to really piss me off to be banned. You've got to really piss me. You haven't quite got there yet, Peter, but you've been very close to it, to be honest. If you use a mesh system, Wi-Fi on your Amazon or Google works better. No, I don't need it. Don't need it. It's only a small caravan. It's a tiny little caravan, this is. Don't need a mesh system. My brother-in-law's got that. Martin's got that. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Alexa, little caravan light on. Alexa, little caravan light on. She said she hasn't found a device. Perhaps I could put... that might be an idea. I could get, like, some little LEDs in there on one of those adapters. You know, on a like, USB adapter. Plug that into the wall, into a smart plug, and then that could work, couldn't it? Like the Amazon thing. I like the idea of that, actually. Mick's Amazon gets on her nerves. I know it gets on people's nerves as well. Well, you might win it tomorrow, Mick. No doubt you'll try and sell that on eBay. This show has been promoted on a Facebook Asperger's Syndrome group. Someone asked what makes you laugh, and I said Chris Reardon. What makes me laugh is blocking dickheads like you, Daniel, to be honest. That's what makes me laugh. I'm not laughing. Do you know why I'm not laughing? I haven't blocked you yet, that's why. I'm so glad you're getting to know me a little bit better now, gang. How many likes have we got? 28. Oh, dear me. It just gets worse and worse. I think we lost another viewer today. Martin and me are in competition. He tries to gain viewers. We check out at the beginning of the month. How many viewers have you gained this month? And he tries to gain more viewers than I've lost. He's not succeeded yet. Don't it bother you when people start watching? No. Why would that bother me? Couldn't care less. Glenda will always be there, and that's all that matters. There's little Mark Burrows. All right, Mark. Said hello to you, didn't I? Peter Wright has sent another bleeding £2. I can't believe you're timing up my brother-in-law, but thanks for the cash. There we go. A little cup of tea for my brother-in-law there. And 2 tickets as well. Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you? If my brother-in-law or my nephew win the Echo Dot tomorrow, don't come back on one of your other accounts, Martin, because they all know them, and I'll have to block that as well, and that will break my heart to block my own brother-in-law. Dear me. There we go. Anyone can block anyone on this channel, except... So, who was the idiot who said the other day, oh, sorry, Martin, I can't have that? No, because they'll all moan, darling. There you go. Oh, I've done that wrong now. I've done that. Hang on, let's undo that. Hang on a minute. unhidden. Sorry, I got that wrong there. It's a timeout, isn't it? There we go. Nearly blocked you from the channel then. I'd never hear the end of that, would I? There we go. 539 and 540 for you, Martin. Can you just imagine if you won that Echo Job? It's a fix, it's a fix. It amazes me. I literally stand there with the tickets and in front of you pick one out, whether it's that or the normal raffle. And people say, it's a fix, it's a fix. Look, they're all in here. All the tickets are in here. Can you see them all? They're all in here. All of them. I sit there literally in front of you all. I try and I show you my empty hand and then I pull a ticket out like that. And yet you still think the damn thing's fixed. If you think it's fixed, don't have a ticket. It's as simple as that. Oh dear. Built in Scotland. When I'm in a friend's house, I like to sell. I've done that before. He tells his Amazon to set the alarm for 3 a.m. Works every time. I did that. My mate did that around my house. And I have one in the bedroom, but it's the one in the living room that went off. I can't remember. It was playing music. Next day, he's like, "Did your alarm go off?" Dear me. Paul Adamson keeps shouting broccoli and cauliflower. I think it might have florets. Very funny, dear. Little Joe Woodrove. Hello, Joe. You're right, darling. Nice to see you, Joe. Lots of people here who aren't usually here in the morning, so a warm welcome along to you. I know you've all got little things to do and that in the morning, and you can't be here. Can't be here all the time, can you, my loves? All right. Weird City, he'll be giving away a car soon at this rate. Certainly won't be a Toyota RAV4, my darling. I like my car. Did I tell you I went to I rang up the car people, Toyota, because it's on that PCP thing. And I said, look, I've signed up for 30,000 miles a year. I'm not going to do anything like that this year. He said, well, what are you going to do? I said, probably about... I've had the car a year and a half. Right? No, I've signed up for 25,000 miles a year. Okay? I've had the car a year and a half and I've done 27,000 miles. So I'm not going to do anywhere near it. Anywhere near the miles. What can you do for me? And he said... I know I've told you this in the morning. He said, well, at the end of the period, when you hand it back, it will be worth a lot more than it would have been. So you can exchange that for another one. Or if you come in now, I can put you in a brand new one and it'll go down £30 a month. Which a lot of people would do that. You imagine that, having a car a year and a half and then getting a new one. To me, that's incredibly wasteful. I can't bear waste. I can't waste anything. And so I've decided to just hang on to it and carry on, might as well. Or I could just hand it back now if I wanted to. Funny, really. All that money I pay each month to have a car. There was one out the front earlier, just out the barriers. Sometimes people sell cars out the front there. They just leave them there with a note in there. It was a Honda petrol car, £750 for a whole car. But it's a bit older and more chance of breaking down. That's what would bother me, wouldn't it, really? But yeah, it's just wasteful. I can't bear waste. I really can't bear waste. Apparently, talked to my mate earlier, we're all going to have food bins. Oh yes, Bracknell Council, this is down south. We're all going to get food bins next. So if you've got any uneaten food, you scrape this into a special bin all on its own. Now, my opinion of that is, well, mine wouldn't have anything in it. I never, ever leave food on a plate. Don't want it? Why the hell have you cooked it? What a terrible waste. Disgusting. I'll put what I want on my plate. It's my dinner. I'll throw it away if I want to. Can't you see how terrible that is? Wasting stuff. Food, water, electricity, whatever. I should be sitting here in complete darkness. Might make me look better, to be honest. We could just do a radio show. Does that work for you? Is that an improvement? There you go. You can just be in a radio show now. Hello and welcome to this radio show. Talk radio. Oh no, I can't stand it. I can't bear the thought of you not being able to see me. There we are. That's better for you, isn't it? Mark's got a car for sale. What have you got for sale, Mark? Do let us know. What do you do with your own waste if you don't like wasting stuff? Oh, that goes down the toilet. Well, no, we're not having any of that, my love. Not going out and digging holes. There's enough of that in the Scouts, thank you very much. Want to go poo, you had to go and dig a hole. Oh, it's awful. And that's squatting. Nothing to sit on. Horrible. Oh, yeah, that's all right to talk about that. Martin had his brakes cut on his car. Someone cut the, I don't know what it is, some cable or something like that, or whatever it was cut. Put his foot on the brake, nothing happened. Frightening, isn't it? I wonder how that would have worked for me, because I've got like, I don't have a handbrake. You put, the brake comes on when I go into park. I wonder how that would work for me if that happened to me, if my brakes didn't work. I've got a little button. Would you just pull that up and the brakes come on while you're going along? I'm not sure it would, really. Very dangerous, really. Paul, my cooking is decent. None is ever left. I honestly, I think it's terrible wasting food. Especially when you think if you're a dead animal eater, which I know most of you are, you know, to have got that animal to the point at where you're eating it, it's had to be born, fed, watered. It's had to end its life for you to chuck it in the bin. Have some bloody respect, for Christ's sake. I think it's dreadful, I really do. Mark Burrows is selling a Ford Focus Mark II 2005. What's that? 2OT DCI. What the hell does that mean? 112,000 miles? Jesus Christ. Surprised that still goes. 112? Is that a lot? Is that a lot? What's that do to... Most importantly to me, Mark, what does it do to a gallon? Not a litre. We're not Europe, dear. A gallon, please. What does it do to... How many miles to the gallon? SCTV likes the uncensored shows. How uncensored do you want them, Chris? That's the question. I can go further. Steve, I never waste food. Nice one, Steve. Always finish what's left on my plate, no matter how full I am. I'm the same as you, Steve. Sometimes I can't get out of the chair. I'm so heavy. I can't breathe. All the weight is pushing down on my lungs. All this food is pushing down. I'm like this in the chair after one of my... I have very, very large lunches. Very large lunches. Seriously. And when my lovely sister cooks me a meal, or my nephew's wife, or my niece, they cook a meal. It's enormous. Well, actually, Tracy does smaller meals, I must say. I think she's trying to look after my weight a little bit, but I have enormous meals. Lunch in particular. Not so much to dinner at night. All I've had tonight, I had lunch earlier. What did I have today? Oh, I had 4 corn sausages. When I say a heap of vegetables, I mean, you know those frozen mixed vegetable bags you buy? Okay? One of those, 4 meals. Loads of vegetables I have on there. And, I had some smash. For mash, get smash. I had some of that. And a piece of bread and butter. And that was my lunch. Very nice. Big plate like that. Dinner tonight? I don't know. I mean, I had 2 slices of toast. After my afternoon sleep, I got up about 6 o'clock. I had 2 slices of marmalade on toast. That might do now. Or might have something else. I won't have another marmalade. I fancy beans on toast. I haven't had beans on toast for a while. What did I have last night? I didn't have beans on toast in the end last night. Oh, I had a sausage sandwich. Corn sausage sandwich. Nice. Corn sausage sandwich. Let's see, what's he say about his car? Long run, 58 mile a gallon. Oh, 50 mile a gallon, is that right? That's not bad. That's not bad, is it? 50 mile a gallon, that's decent, Mark. Is it diesel, is it? Turbo diesel. Well, what's that then? Oh, that makes it go faster, a turbo, does it? Hello, Lee Toby. Hello, Lee. Turbo diesel, is that what that means? Okay, so diesel, yeah. But diesel's expensive now, isn't it? Dazzy, 112,000 miles is barely running on a diesel. I would agree. Yeah, I know about that. I used to have diesel cars. For years and years, I had diesel cars. And then the last diesel car I bought would have been, that was a Yaris. Toyota Yaris. Used to do loads of miles to the gallon. And then when he sold me that, the bloke said to me, this is probably be the last diesel you buy. Which is it's about 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. I said, why'd you say that? He said, the government make it difficult now for them to actually sell diesel cars. And then you saw the disparity between the price of diesel and the price of petrol. Now I've got a hybrid. It's really good. I can get 60 miles to the gallon sometimes on my hybrid, and it's a lot bigger, I think, than your Ford Focus. Oh, Chris Williams, sorry you haven't been able to receive my earlier email to re-add me on the daytime database system. Did you send an email then? See, I don't know. You seem to have an awful lot of technical difficulties there, Christopher. No, there's no email for you there at all. No email from you there, Chris. I think you need someone to have a look at your equipment, dear. Just doesn't seem to work very well, which is worrying. Thank you, Daniel. I'll stick those photos up. Is that for tomorrow's show, is it, darling? What's he sent me? Let's have a look. Oh, he sent me pictures of trains. Oh, we like trains. Now, what station's that? Let me have a guess. I don't know what station that is. No idea. Could it be Waterloo? No, I don't know. Those buildings around it look a bit... They look a bit Waterloo-ish, the buildings. Is it somewhere near Waterloo? Oh, I like that. Oh, it's Stanmore. Oh, hang on a minute. I can just about see the sign. Can I see it? Do you want me to put that straight on there? Oh, I might be able to do that as we're doing a chat show. Oh, who's this? Someone wants to be friends on Facebook. Zainab Ali. Let's have a look. Who's she then? Hang on, she's in Watford. Okay, let's just confirm that first and then have a look down her list. I don't just add people, I look down there. Looks possibly like a religious person, which is fine. Okay. She looks a decent person. Okay, right, yeah, she's all right. We'll leave her on there. I don't just add people. I'll add people. Do you know what I like to do? Add people, and then if you add them and there's no history, I unfriend them straight away. I quite take pleasure doing that, actually. Come on, let's get Daniel's photos on here. Now, this is why I don't add photos in the morning, because it does take a little while for me to do it. Let's put Danny. We'll put that as Danny. Thank you, Danny. He's into trains. Oh, hang on a minute. If I do that, I'll disappear. I found another way of doing this now without actually disappearing. One moment, please. Switching to studio mode. One moment, so you can't see that. Right, Danny. Right, now, where did you send them? On email, wasn't it? So I've got to open it. This is the effort I go to put your photos on, which I'm always grateful for if you send photos in. Okay, John sent some for tomorrow morning, because we like trains. Save link as. Where are we going? Show videos. Okay, let's call that number 1. 1 JPG. Oh, no, we've already got 1 JPG, so no. Let's call it... Oh, bastard thing. Let's call it 100. 100. And 101. Okay, so we'll do that, won't it? Did Adam the plumber come back here? You've upset him now. We've lost another viewer. It's your fault. Right. Image slideshow. Yeah, they do that. Let's put them on for 15,000 milliseconds each. I know that sounds a lot, but it's not long at all. So you'll get to see each picture for 15,000 milliseconds. Is that an interesting fact? Do you find that interesting, Gary? One minute. Show videos. There we are. 100 and 101. There we go. Fit to screen. And there we go. Right. Okay. Out of studio mode. Let's have a look at Danny's pictures. Here we go. Look. I love trains. Look at that. Isn't that great? Look at those trains. Woo, woo. Mind the doors, darling. So you used to get on the trains, didn't you? Mind the doors, darling. And then you get that noise, didn't you, on the underground trains? You can send videos, yes, but I won't be able to put those straight on because they take a little while to come down the line. Oh, isn't that beautiful? That's one of those old... I used to go on those. Are they the District Line ones? Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? I loved them. And I still... What is it about trains that makes them so fantastic to get on them? What is it about them? Funny, isn't it, really? Eh? And it doesn't matter if it's a steam train or a electric train or a diesel train or an underground train. I just love trains. When I was a little boy, I always wanted to have a train layout. When I get a house, I'll convert the loft into... Funnily enough, that cottage that I looked at, it's got 2 spare rooms upstairs in the loft. I don't think I'm going to get that. I really don't. And the reason is the estate agent can't get hold of the vendor, the person selling it. I did a good offer, $5,000 less than what he asked for. Oh, well, never mind. Something else will come up, won't it? Oh, there's Adam. Hello, Adam. Adam's back, darling. Adam the plumber. Adam's got a shrine to me. You know that, don't you? Pictures of me and little... I think it's... Have you got little statues that you've made of me? Oh, I wonder how much they are to do. Perhaps I could give away that as a prize. Little statues of me. Here you are. If you're not religious, you could become religious. Is that an idea? Rachel loves the clickety-clack noise of the train. Oh, Rach. I love it. My nephew and his wife, they took me a few years ago now to Whitby. We was on a holiday in Whitby, which is just the most delightful place to spend a day. It's so old England. It really is. A lot of old people walking now with dogs. It's strange, really. And bloody great big seagulls, one of which perched on her shoulder to try and eat her chips. My nephew's wife, it was hilarious. I laughed for hours, actually. Of course, I couldn't show her that I was laughing because she gets upset. Probably start throwing things at me, like laptops. Whitby's such a nice place. But there they have the steam trains, Rachel, as you probably know, and that indeed goes clackety-clack over the joins and the rails, you know. I love it. Daniel, the all-silver train. Let's just go back to that, shall we? So Daniel writes, the all-silver train is a 1959 stock train. It's older than me. They were on both the Bakerloo and Northern lines in 1985. Yeah, they're the ones that make the noise, aren't they? But in the photo, that was a special weekend. Some 1959 stock were running on the Jubilee line. Love it. If you go on the... yes, I mean the Bakerloo's one, and also the Victoria line, there's smaller trains on there. The noise as they go through those tunnels! So loud! I love it. Love it. I wonder when's the next time I'll be able to go on an underground train and feel safe. I won't go on anything like that, you see. Although that being said, I know people that have been going on the trains and the buses said there's no one on them. They're mostly empty. Terrible, isn't it? These train people, they're losing money hand over fist. Well, what do you do? Something's going to have to be done about that. All those people employed. Underground trains and all that. Gary Ross, the Flying Scotsman. Sounds like Alex Salmond getting kicked out of the SNP. Ow, you've kicked me out. I didn't like him. He was a alpha male, wasn't he? I don't like alpha males. So full of self-importance, aren't they? I'm not important. I never considered myself to be important at all. No. Oh, dear. Michael Palman's there. Hello, Michael. Thank you very much, Michael. I have received your news story. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. If you ever want to send in anything for the morning shows, news stories or suggestions of news stories and pictures for the show, feel free, okay? That's the email there. Is it Sir Alex? Is he a sir? Is he really? Is he Sir Alex Salmond? God's sake. Dracula visited Whitby in the book. Did he? I didn't read it. Let me just scroll up a little bit there, see if we've got anything of interest. George Bond, my sister has got my laptop, Chris, so she could do an antivirus check. So you won't be doing a live stream for a while. Well, that's important that you tell everyone, George, so that they know that you won't be there. They will be disappointed, of course, that you're not doing a show, my love. Whatever makes you happy, my darling. Okay, George. Paul's going to get a Cougar. PHEV. Is that a Ford? A Cougar. A Cougar. I was talking to my my old young boy school friend, like when we were young boys, like when we were like, I was in the Cubs with him, so I suppose is that 10? My best friend from when we were both young boys, on the phone only a couple of nights ago. Actually, I reconnected with him about a year or so ago now, after not seeing him for 40 odd years. Wow, where's that gone? And in passing, we were talking about cars. Turns out he's got a Nissan Leaf. I didn't know. I said, wow, I've wanted an electric car for years. Seriously, years I've wanted an electric car. But I said, I can't get one because I don't have a socket at my house in the garage, because the garage is not near the house. And blooming Southern Electronic, them bastards wanted to charge me £4,000 to have one put in. £4,000, because there's no electrical thing in there, you see. There's no electrical thing in there. And at the caravan, well, I've got no electric here. I have electric here, but it wouldn't be sufficient coming in to charge a car. I'd have to turn everything else off. I mean, can you just imagine it? No shows. What would you do if there were no shows? What do you do when if there's no show in the morning, what do you do with yourselves? There's a question for you. That's what my sister wanted to ask me earlier. I spent an hour and a half getting to that question. Sorry, sis, she's probably drifted off to sleep now anyway. What do you do, right, if there was a show formatted and it doesn't come on for whatever reason? What do you do when there's no shows on, as a matter of interest? What would you be doing tonight if you weren't here, as a matter of interest? Anyway, and he said to me, well, neither have I. I said, what do you mean, neither of you? He said, I don't charge it at home. He said, Chris, there are plenty of charging stations now all over the place. And he says he plugs it in and, get this, it's free. How is it free? So he's got an electric car, he plugs it in to charge it up and doesn't have to pay for that. Apparently it's free. I didn't know that. I thought you'd had to pay something. I don't know, £5 for a charge or something. Not according to him. So maybe you don't actually need to be able to plug it in at home. I mean, I could plug it in at home, but there'd be a wire coming out of my house and going past 3 other houses before it got to the car. That's assuming I can get the space on the end, which you rarely can. The parking's really bad where my house is. Of course, if I had a little cottage in Fimbley, which has got a garage next to the house, I could have a charging point then. Could have an electric car. I'd love an electric car. Back to the bottom of the list. Yeah, Paul, it is free at the moment. That will change. Oh, I'm sure it will change at some point. I'd love that. Yeah, I'd love that. John watches cartoons when I'm on. I can't believe you sit there watching cartoons. You want to go around my great nephew's house then? Oh, the crap them two watch. I mean, they're children, aren't they? Great nephew Gary and great niece Evie. They watch the same crap all the time. It's the same stuff over and over again. They like these blokes. I think they're in Australia or America, one of the two. And they drop things from great heights on the floor or on other objects and film it. It's very good, actually. They make millions of dollars they make from doing that. Literally, and the quality of the picture is fantastic. There's the Bearded Explorer. They like watching him. It's a YouTube channel. And this bloke goes around and seeks out old, empty properties. He goes in, finds a door open or a window, goes in and starts filming. And he never, ever touches or takes anything. Never. He tries to leave it, or he does leave it exactly as he found it. Never takes anything. Very, very good. Very impressed with that. Other people would go in there and rob the bloody place, wouldn't they? But he doesn't. He's very, very good at that. What else do they watch? There's another thing they watch. They've stopped watching that really annoying Chinese boy, or is he Japanese, I think. That really annoying Japanese boy, Ryan. Oh, God, he's so annoying. Even worse than him is his blooming dad and his mother. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Ryan Show. Go away. Millions of pounds he's making. That little kid. Millions. Here I am struggling. What we got today? 14 quid. Oh, Christ. Not about the money. It's about the fun. Remember that. It's about the fun. And there's someone else they watch. I can't remember. They like watching Mr. Bean cartoons. See, I'm not keen on the cartoons. I quite happily watched. We did watch a whole program with them of Mr. Bean. I think it was on Tuesday. I was round there last. But the thing is with those two kids. So it's Evie and Harry. And I discovered this at my sister's this week. If you have the TV, first of all, one of them will have the remote and they'll be flicking program to program. Can't decide what they want to watch, right? If you can get the remote control off them. And even when they do choose a video to watch, they'll watch a minute of it and then they stop it and look for something else. It is so annoying. So annoying. But if you've got the remote control, right, you bring up a program, you find something that they might want to watch. Not what I want to watch, what they want to watch. That kind of works for everyone. You bring it up. Oh, let's watch... I've got that up to watch today. I don't know, a cat walking along, whatever. Shall we watch that? And Evie will say, yeah, let's watch that. Harry, no, I don't want to watch that. Okay, you bring something else up. Might be another cat video. There you go, Harry. What about that one? Yeah, that one looks good. Evie, no, I don't want to watch that. And that's how it is all the time. And my sister told me, you have to choose something to watch. One of them will like it. The other one won't, but will then sit there and watch it because she or he hasn't chosen it. It's been me. So they will then sit there and moan and watch it. I thought I'd put that to the test the other day. There's my sister there. I put that to the test the other day, right? So me and Evie and Harry and lovely Stacey went out for a walk. It's a plantation here, you know, all trees and forests. You know that's what I like, forests and things like that. And we're walking through there and we came to a crossroads. And I said to Stacey, right, let's test this out. Well, we're at this crossroads now. Which way shall we go, Harry? We'll go that way. Evie, I want to go that way. And actually, it's a bit like my sister. She and I would take the opposite views of each other usually. Chris says she says I used to watch the Wombles. I've become one. And I have. I go around picking up rubbish, as you know. It's just my thing. Quite enjoy doing that. A great big bag of rubbish. It's disappointing that you find a bag. It's not pleasure. It's not pleasurable to have been down a road and picked up an entire carrier bag full of people's rubbish. But you do feel a certain amount of achievement in doing that. I'd much rather do the walk and come back with an empty bag. I'd be happier with that. But you do feel a sense of achievement. And I know at this particular point, I did it today. So I know it's highly likely if I drive 2.5 miles from here to the next bridge, there will be no rubbish. Why? Because I've picked it all up. And it's a sense of achievement there. Try it yourselves. You might like it. There's Alan there. Hello, Alan. It's Alan Campbell. That is my childhood friend. Have you been with us all the time? Did you hear me talking about your car? Blimey, Alan. Alan, just to let you know, because you're not normally here, if I'm doing this is a chat box show, so I base the whole show on the chat box. In the morning, if you pop on in the morning, I don't refer to the chat box, okay? I do a show. It's a bit different, all right? There's Alan Campbell. That is my little boyfriend when I was a little boy. Well, we're both little boys. I think I knew him when I was about 10. And we used to go to Cubs together. We were in a gang show as well, weren't we? So was it you came to see Bruce and the Generation Game at Television Theatre? Well, I don't remember you being with us. It was good though, weren't it? Do you remember? We were in there for about 3 hours. That's how long it used to take. That was the first time around. Not the second time around. The first time around, Bruce Forsyth and the Generation Game, 1973, 77, 1976, 1977. You must have been with us doing that. I was just telling them about your Nissan Leaf earlier on. Yeah. Oh, he's replied. I've got to go up a bit, have I? Let's have a look. When I was talking about that, you see, the trouble is there's so many messages after yours now. If you're up there somewhere, it's difficult to find. Oh, Alan's blushing. Hang on a minute. I see. Yeah, I try and do as many messages as I can, but they go past so quickly, Alan. If you mentioned your car, I can't find it now. There's just too many in there. You scroll up yourself and you see what I mean. Go completely uncensored, Chris. It's great to see you let yourself go. Oh, I don't know if I could do that. You might not like me. You might not like me, love. You might not like me if I go completely uncensored. Mark Bowles might get too excited if I got completely uncensored. Uncensored. Beg your pardon. Yeah, it was great, wasn't it, the Generation Game? We used to love that. Oh, there's Joey Millen. I mean, bloody hell, Joey. How far are you back in the conversation? That was like an hour and a half ago, and you've just mentioned it now? Do you realise how irrelevant that is now? It's just full of irrelevance, this chat box, isn't it? It really is irrelevance. There's our Mark Bowles. Look at him. Evening to Terry this evening. Good evening, Terry. Welcome along to our chat box there. Okay. Hey, Martin. Do you remember Martin Butler? Alan? That's Retro Restore. That's who married my sister. He went up to your flat a few times. Because he lived in the next block to me, you see. We put a cable between our two houses so I could play him records. Seriously, there was a wire going from one block of flats to the other. How mad is that? Oh, we've got someone texting in today. Let's have a quick look who that is. Text from, I don't know who that is. It just says 605. Can you put your name on there, my love? I don't know who you are. Evening to you, whoever you are. Finishing 605 on the text there. Not sure who you are yet. You haven't been putting into the phone there. There. Radio 23, that's right. this like home radio station. There was no transmitter. It was all through wires to my neighbours either side. And then we waited till there were no cars because we were up high, not very high, but it was like, you know, there was one masonette on top of another. So downstairs, there was a house downstairs, you know, ground floor and bedroom. And then there was ground floor and bedroom above, and we were in the above one. Okay. And Alan was in the block next to ours. There were long blocks. Like, so you'd have, I don't know, 15 to 20 houses all in a row and a long balcony. And there was, next to our flat and our house was another house on the right-hand side. Oh, it is you, Alan. Sorry, Alan. Yeah, this is a different phone to my normal home phone number, as you know. Thank you, Alan. So this cable, I had to drop it in front of the flat next door. That was Mrs. Collins, Irish lady. Lovely lady. She was Miss Collins. Lived on her own. And we wait till there were no cars, and then I threw a cable over to Alan, which he caught. And he had to go past a couple of houses there as well. And brought in and put a speaker on the end. George Bond's going to bed now. So early, George. Did you even get up? Good night, George. Everyone say good night to George there. Radio 23, I called it, my little radio station, yeah. Oh, dear. Let's go right up a little bit. What's Adam saying there? What I do when there's no show on during the day, I go to the archive section of your shows on YouTube and watch one of the old shows, such as classics as to How to Make a Bed, Let's Cook with Chris, and many more classics. That's what Adam does when there's no show on. Rachel, if there's no show on or I'm not at work, I do the housework. If there's a show, I leave everything for Leo to do. Very sensible. Very, very sensible. Glenda would be doing homework if there's no show on. I was working on it when your show came on. You were too distracting. Sorry for distracting you, Glenda, lovey. Built in Scotland's line. He said his dog just farted. More likely to be you, built in Scotland. I've seen your pictures. You look like someone who's got trouble with farting. I bet you can't walk along. They fall out, don't as you're walking along there. Peter Wright would get the flags out if there was no show on. I don't think you'd have the intelligence to put them up, Peter, to be honest. You wouldn't know what to do, would you, my love? Mind you, I must admit I'm no better with my DIY skills, as you well know. Not very good at DIY. Paul Adamson would be laying in bed if there was no show. Gary Ross, any singing tonight? No, not tonight. No singing tonight. I'm not really set up to do that sort of thing in this particular studio. I have studios all over the country. All over. I could turn up in any town and there'd be a little studio waiting for me. I just joined the BBC, darling, you know, because I'm on their payroll now. Well, not quite on the payroll, but I am a member of staff, you know. It's funny sometimes. I'm watching the BBC sometimes, and it's quite nice to be watching your colleagues. I consider them... Naga Monchetta, she's not a personal... She's now one of my colleagues, because I'm regularly on the BBC, darling. Funnily enough, I'm on again, BBC Radio Lincolnshire, on... I've already recorded the show. Now, when is it? I think it might be next Thursday. I think it's next Thursday. Hang on, I'll tell you in a minute. Do you want to know? Got a nice email from the bloke as well. Here we are. I can't remember now. That's mad, isn't it? I can't remember when it's on. How annoying is that? Oh, I like to listen to... Oh, here we are. 7:30 on Monday. I'll be on 7:30 Monday, okay? 7:30 Monday on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. That's what I'm on next. That's a 20-minute show with music as well. All right? I'm kind of thinking of doing a music and a chat show again, but I'm not sure. Oh, Mark, you get a tea break, darling. There you are. Get a 5-minute tea break, Mark, from Peter Wright. There you are, Mark. You get 2 raffle tickets for that as well. So you might win the Echo Dot tomorrow. You never know. 541 and 542 for you, pretty boy, Mark. There you go, darling. Spends his life down the gym. I think that's what Mark Bowles is doing. He's trying to get himself even more fit before he asks me out in case I turn him down, which I won't do, Mark. You won't be turned down, darling. You know. You won't be turned down, my love. Ask when you're ready, my love. Or better still, just turn up somewhere. Don't talk to me, just grab me. I like that. 541 and 542. Mark, tomorrow morning, we raffle off that Echo Dot, all right? Daniel Woodhouse, the old Chris Reardon, about 2008. That's when he was in his Donald Fagen phase. What's that, Donald Fagen? What's Donald Fagen phase? Wearing the check shirts that he was Johnny Vaughan phase. I don't know what that is. Is that like stuff people wear or something? Is it? I don't know. Or is that my sort of dress sense now? I don't know. Michael Palman right now is meant to be preparing his house for personal cleaner. But I'm too busy watching you. Well, that's more important, my love. There we are. You keep watching, darling. I'm happy. Thank you, Fran. Look at Fran. She's in charge of the thumbs up on this channel. Oh, the numbers are dropping off now. You must be getting bored. Have you had enough now? Shall I go now? Oh, God. I'm just scrolling up a little bit there. We talked about that. Anything else there? Oh, okay. Donald Fagen, he was a singer. Okay. Do you have a boyfriend yet, Glenda? No. No, I'm pretty sure it won't happen, to be honest, Glenda. I kind of knew when I had my very first girlfriend. I think I split up from her, and at that point I realised I would never really be with anyone after that. I was pretty sure about that. It's just how it is. Can't have everything in life, you know. You know how it is, Glenda. Just think, if I had a boyfriend, there'd be no shows. I'd be too busy sitting there watching telly. What an exciting life. So sometimes, though, Glenda, I see people with their other halves, right? And all they do is row. You see that a lot in supermarkets, don't you? All they do is row. I mean, I find it quite nice entertainment, watching them screaming and shouting at each other. There's someone in a caravan here. I often see them here. I don't know who it is. I don't know what caravan it is. I often hear them rowing because they're like paper-thin walls, these. Oh, yes. I mean, if you're watching anything dodgy on the computer in a caravan, never have the sound on. You can hear everything. Very worrying. Sadly, there's nothing in here that happens for anyone to listen to. I'm surprised no one's gone to Sylvie, who's queen of all caravans here, you know. We keep hearing this bloke talking to himself at 9:15 in the morning. Oh, Lord. So, no. Are you wearing the tea towel? I don't know what that means. What does that mean, wearing the tea towel? I don't know what that means. Are you wearing the tea towel? Look, it's coming up for the 10 o'clock news. I feel we need to go, boys and girls, because it's the 10 o'clock news. Okay. Yes. Paul and his other half are now both listening in bed. Oh, how exciting. Are you doing things to each other while you're listening? Listen, that's just perverted, darling. Please don't do things to each other while I'm doing my shows. There you go. Mark's back. Hello, darling. Mark's back. Look, Mark, I've got a little thing for you here. Hang on a minute. You probably didn't see this morning. I'm just going to blank the screen for a moment while I do myself. I've got a little outfit that I'm going to wear when you eventually take me out. So I've just got to do this for myself. One moment, please. You'll hear a little bit of rustling. Don't worry about that, Mark. But I've got a little outfit there. Is John Parrish going? You going to bed now, John? People in caravans seem to go to bed early. I don't know why that is. There you go. Right, you ready? You ready, Mark? You tell me what you think. This is how I'm going to come. Sorry, not come as in come, but this is how I'm going to come when you take me out for a date. Do you like that? Could you is your mother still around, Mark? I don't know if she is, but you could sort of, take me to meet your parents like this. I think that kind of works, doesn't it? Does that work for you? You like it, don't you? He likes it. Look. He likes it. Do you want me to leave it on, Mark? Imagine waking up and seeing this looking at you like that. Is that doing anything for you? What's Gary Ross going on about waffle tickets? What are you going on about? There were no bingo tickets. Stay for another 3 hours. We've got nothing else to talk about. Look, chat box has dried up. I told you. I'm totally reliant tonight on the chat box. That's what you wanted. That's what you got. Oh, Paul Adamson, I've just had my nipple fiddled with. Oh, how awful. Shall I put the bow somewhere else? Oh, I think I need a bigger bow, to be honest, Glenda. It's a bit small, this one. Mark would need a very large bow from what I've heard. What size feet are you, Mark? I bet you're 10s, aren't you? What would your dad say, Mark? I've got something to tell you. I've dumped Tina and this is my new boyfriend. What would your dad say? Because, I get that. I do get that. Older people, particularly blokes in their age, I get that they can't quite grasp it. I get that. My dad never knew I was gay, and I'm glad he didn't, really. I don't think he would have been able to cope with that, really. I do get that. I'm not one of these people that go out, you should respect who I am and all that. If you don't, that's fine. No problem with that at all, Mark's got a pop to the loo. You dirty bastard. You are naughty, but I like it. It's too early for Christmas decorations. That was actually a flower. My nephew and great niece Evie, they brought me around a bunch of flowers after I said I never had any flowers for years. I thought the next bunch of flowers was going to be on my grave, but no, they brought me around some beautiful flowers. Glenda's mum works with a man that takes a size 15 shoe. Can I have his address, please, Glenda? Oh, wow. I can't believe it. Mark Bowles has asked to meet up with Peter. Oh. God, what do you have to do, He's asked to meet up with Peter. Can you believe that? Oh, I've clearly been wasting my time the last year or so. Hey, what do you have to do? Can I meet up with Peter? Wow. Mark says my dad knows the score. Of course he does. I've had him as well. It's just how it is, isn't it? Oh, dear. Mark's a size 12 shoes. I thought you might be. You can tell. Mark's meeting up for Greg's next week. I've been dropped for Peter by Mark Bowles. You saw it. You could see it with your own eyes. See it with your own... I'm not making this up. Look at it there. Wow. I don't think I'll ever get over that. That is shocking. Shocking. What about you, Adam the plumber? Are you watching in your hot tub? He's got hot tub. Hot tub. It's not my sort of thing, a hot tub. My sister had one as well. I think my brother-in-law bought it for her 50th. Was it her 50th birthday, maybe? Or her 40th, one of the two. Goes so quickly, doesn't it? Time. Years. Rolling by. And the weird thing is, I was having a conversation the other day with, actually, I think it was Martin, my brother-in-law. And we were saying, you know, the lockdown started in March. My God, it's the quickest time gone ever, I think. That 8 months it's been now. 8 months. So quick. Glenda, according to Howard Stern, the men that are less than desirable are always the ones packing. Is that right, Glenda? They're always a bit of arseholes, are they? Arseholes. Are they a bit like that? You know. Oh, Paul's going to send me tulips from Amsterdam. I like flowers. I don't buy flowers myself, to be honest. The only thing I buy really is orchids now and again. And then lovely Maureen gives me orchids. She buys me orchids for birthdays and things like that. I don't know when I'll see you again, Maureen. Or any of the Central Station. I was having a conversation tonight, this afternoon, with my friend Ray Reynolds. He's the one that was used to play the ukulele. Well, he still does play the ukulele. I was saying, there's just so much that we can't do anymore. You know, I do miss standing on a stage doing something, whether it's DJing. I said this last night during the quiz. Like either DJing or karaoke or hosting or a quiz or something like that. That's what I've done for 40 years. And now I can't do it. This is as far as it goes. It's sitting in a room on your own, which is nice. It's not the same. It's completely different. Is one better than the other? No, not necessarily. I wouldn't say this is better than standing on a stage. On the other hand, I wouldn't say standing on a stage is better than sitting here talking to people. It's the same, but they're different. They both have their own bits and pieces, you know. Yeah, can you leave his nipples alone, Paul? I'm trying to do a show here. Don't be so rude. It's like me having a... Do you know when I'm watching church on a Sunday, I try and make sure I don't have a scratch. Do you know what I mean? I always think that's rude when I'm watching church on the telly on a Sunday morning. Because you wouldn't do that at church, would you? I don't think so, anyway. Oh, Peter's come out with some interesting, decent comment. Lockdown is the only way forward now. The whole country is screwed. Well, I think you're right there. I think so. Good night, Alan. Enjoy your tea, my love. Are you having a little something to eat, perhaps? Might have beans. I haven't had beans on toast for a few days, so I might have that tonight. Adam, talking of clothes, Royston gets so much abuse when he goes to town in his lunch break. If he's in his carer's uniform, people avoid him and say he should not be in public. How stupid people are. Yeah, that's happened to nurses. That's happened to nurses. You know how those people work, nurses. They've gone out in their uniforms and people have cussed them for being out in public, saying that they're spreading germs. Disgusting. Presumably the same people that want to be picked up off the floor and have a leg amputated or something like that. Or better still, have their mouths stitched up. Dreadful people. Yes, I think, Mark, another lockdown will be on the cards. When? Well, as you remember, if you watch the morning show, Peter Wright, Mark says, Peter says he'd rather meet up with a hedgehog. You're coming out with some funnies tonight, Peter. What's wrong with you? I'd rather meet up with a hedgehog. That's quite amusing, that is, I must say. Oh, what was I just talking about then? I can't remember what I was talking. Someone remind me what I was just talking about there. Oh yes, lockdown. I mentioned last week that I thought we were going to have a lockdown on Friday, the Friday just gone, to coincide with the week half-term school holiday, but it didn't happen, did it? I was convinced that was going to happen, and I said to Jan, this was my prediction. I was totally wrong. Totally wrong. And it's very rare that I'm wrong. I think I was wrong once in 1983 when I got married. That was wrong. I think that's the only time I've ever done anything wrong in my whole life. I'm a good person. That's why I was an altar boy. Oh, Shania's an altar girl. We didn't have girls then. We just had boys, altar boys. Daniel says, just to settle the score, I like the Chris Reardon show, but I'm not a mad fan to the extent that I want to go round his house and drink his bath water. Why would you want to drink someone's bath water? People do that, don't they? There are women that sell bath water. They go and have a bath. I'm serious. Those same women that sell their underwear and all that on the back pages of newspapers and things. People sell their bath water, I kid you not, in a jar. You see a picture of the person, you know. Ah, what an excellent idea, Daniel. That could be a super chat prize. That could be a bingo prize. Except I haven't got a bath. What could I sell then? Oh, how about a little jar of wee? Would that be a suitable bingo prize? Now, would that be like an early prize or the prize at the end, the big prize? A bottle of Chris Reardon's wee. Does that work for you, Daniel? We don't judge on this channel. God is the only one to judge you. Little bottle of wee. Mark says, Chris, I'm taking you out. I'll pull up outside the caravan in my convertible and whisk you away for a roughing up. That's more like it. Don't be taking me out for a meal or anything like that, Mark. That's just boring. So tell me, what do you do? Oh, right, okay. And where do you live? It's funny, the young lads at Belushi's, that was a straight bar I used to DJ at. They'd often come, good-looking boys. I always thought they were good-looking anyway. And they wouldn't have a girlfriend. And I said, why haven't you got a girlfriend yet? Oh, these girls are terrible in here. They don't want to know you. And I'm like, what do you mean? They said, they come up to you. Sometimes they chat the boys up. I'm not surprised. The boys were all good-looking, right, in Belushi's. Straight boys they were. And they'd say to me, all the girls want to know. They come up and talk to them. And the conversation is, do you live on your own and what car have you got and what job have you got? That was the conversation. They were just trying to suss out what they had. Is that awful? Not in the gay world. You meet them, 10 minutes later, you're back at their house. So much better. None of that nasty small talking going on all the time. Just a waste of time, isn't it? Why do you want to talk to them? Don't understand. Why do you want to talk to someone on a date? What's all that about? Just go straight home and get it done, over and done with, dear. Or why go home? There's bushes. Why would you want to go home with someone? Oh, you've got to get rid of them in the morning. Oh, no. Mess. Oh, I don't know if I should let you into this secret. Oh, Jerry's been timed out, has he? What did he do? What's he done? Someone tell me what he done. What did he do? Anyone notice? He said the B word. Oh, is he still doing it? He ain't learned his lesson. I'll tell you what. Let's time him out for a week, shall we? Okay, Joey Millen, you're timed out for 1 week. Perhaps you'll learn the lesson now. Oh, it's only a joke. Too late now. You've overstepped the mark. So what's that? You'll be back on next Thursday. Mustn't shout bingo if it's not a bingo game. It's not remotely funny, Joey. Why would you think that's funny? To go on a channel and shout bingo. Can you see one person here who shouted bingo? Can you see that? Sorry, I beg your pardon. Can you see one person here who's laughed at you saying bingo? It's just sad and it's lonely and it's pathetic. It's just not funny. I know you live in your own little world there and you think it's funny and all that. I know your little world of PlayStation 4. I know how many times you have to tell someone. What he'll do now is probably have limited intelligence to set up another account and he'll try that next, you watch. Or his friends will start messaging me. What's his Amelia? I'll get a text from her now on a Facebook message. Why have you banned Jerry from the channel? It's like they all gang up on you. They all get their little friends around as well. Trying. Nope. Mark, no time for small talk. I'd have a pint of your bath water. I don't have a bath though, Mark. I don't like baths. I think they're dirty things. Going back to the conversation we were just having about the hot tubs. Not for me, I'm afraid. No, don't like hot tubs. Dirty, smelly things. You know, sitting in your own or even worse, someone else's dirty water. Unless it's a hot tub of fit lads. I'm quite happy to sit in that for hours if necessary. With their juices leaking out into the water and surrounding me. Beautiful. Oh, I'm just a dirty old pervert, I know. Oh, well. Was I about to let you into a secret? I can't remember what that was now. Oh, Mark Burrows, check your Facebook. Well, what's happened there then? Nothing, actually. Nothing's happened on my Facebook. Oh, there's a little friend request from Mark Burrows. Let's have a look at you, Mark. What's that car? Is that a Ford? What else has he done? Is that you there, Mark? Do you do live shows, Mark? Oh, you don't bother dressing up for your shows, do you, my love? Oh, who's the policeman? He looks quite nice. Policeman. Update from the constabulary. Ongoing protests. Oh, Christ. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mark. I've added you as one of my friends, darling. Yeah, Peter Wright, he's come back with his numbers now. The world is out of control. Oh, well. Well, you keep away from them, Peter. Keep away from all these nasty people, dear. Adam, our hot tub is treated with chemicals and chlorine tablets. Very clean. Well, there's no point in me getting in it then, is there? You know. You think I want to get into a hot tub full of gorgeous lads and it's been treated so it's clean? Don't think so. I want that as dirty as possible, please. You're a strange one, Adam. Imagine having a clean hot tub with gorgeous people in it. Why would you want that? Belushi's boys, bushes, and then some secret. Oh, I can't remember what the secret was now. But I was telling you, these straight lads that were in Belushi's, they used to come in and tell me, you know, there's no point in trying to go out with a girl here because they're just trying to find out what you've got. Is that right? Is that what you do, ladies? I can't believe all you girls do that. Peter, have you ever thought about perhaps you could be a reporter for the BBC about their COVID stuff and all that. Can you just give me a moment or two? I just want to turn on my heating in my living room, and I don't have my remote controlled heat with me. Just a moment, because I want to be nice and warm when I go and have my cup of tea in a moment, and perhaps a little beans on toast. I'm feeling beans on toast tonight. Yeah, very good to help you poo, beans on toast, isn't it? And in bed, I like to wake up. Them farts, sometimes they seem to come from up here and you can feel them move down. Can you do that? Oh, how many more times you keep going on about this virus, dear? Oh, Jerry. Oh, don't be mean. Look. Don't be mean, Chris, from Jerry. Oh, see you next week, love. Oh. See you next week. Notice you haven't been blocked from seeing the show, though. You can still sit there and be entertained by me and our many members on the show today, darling. Can I just turn my air conditioning on? My heating on? One moment, please. I could do with going for a wee as well. Do you mind if I go for a wee as well? Just a minute now. Just turn on my heating in here. I'm just going to have a wee. Talk amongst yourselves a minute. I hope you won't be able to hear me having a wee. I hope you won't be able to hear me. Oh, that's better. That's better. Oh dear. Little Jason Hughes. Chris got to find it first. You speak for yourself, Jason. We all know Jason Hughes, don't we? Have I got a... You couldn't hear me having a wee then, could you? Oh, no, really. Let me just go back upwards a little bit, see if we've missed anything interesting out there, my darlings. Oh, it's Russ Vernon. Hello, Russ. Russ, I know you don't like the chat box. You can use the text if you want to just come through direct, all right? No problem at all. Just a reminder, gang, if you're a silent viewer, you don't want to be involved in the chat box, that's all right. We've got the texting number as well, okay? You're just as entitled as anyone else to your comments. 07551 259 675 if you wish to remain a silent viewer. Okay? You really are obsessed with this virus, aren't you, Peter? Why? You know, why? Glenda is financially independent. Excellent, Glenda. Me too, my love. I don't need a man to take care of me. That's what Glenda says. Don't blame you, Glenda. You have a lot of fun when you're on your own anyway, don't you? I mean, I'm not talking about going out and pulling left, right and centre. You can do what you want, can't you? You know, I do anyway. I think it's nothing worse than being in a controlling relationship, and if one or two of you are, then my heart goes out to you. You know, I've seen that. I think in a way, someone I was with thought they could control me, but they couldn't. So I came out of it. I won't be controlled by anyone. But perhaps that's the problem. Perhaps that's why I'm on my own. I won't let anyone else control me, you know. Soon become very quick on that one. Mark, what's the chance of sharing a plate of beans of toast over my bonnet? Oh, Mark, you are naughty. Mark, how about we get the beans on toast and I'm the plate turned the other way round? somewhere for you to put your pieces of toast, like a toast rack. A large toast rack, I'll give you that, but nevertheless, I'm like a little toast rack waiting for you to use me, my darling. We are very saucy tonight, aren't we? I hope I'm not going over a line, by the way, boys and girls. I would hate to think that I'd gone over a line, even tonight, with the filter almost off. There is a filter on. I would never, ever want to go over the line. Michael Palman, we can hear you. I can hear you too, Mark. Michael. Lovely man, Michael. There's a text here. Jerry Millen, don't want to see you next week. Okay. Do you want a month off then? Do you want a month off? Is a week not enough for you, Jerry? Because let me know. We can take you out for a whole month if you want. I'll leave the answer to that to you, darling. You decide. Where's our Stephen? Chris, Stephen says, in 10 to 15 years, when it's safe. Do you think it's going to be like 10 to 15 years like this? God. I'll be 67 in 10 years' time. If the Lord above decides I'm entitled to get to that age. 72 in 15 years' time I'll be. Just don't seem possible. I don't think I act like someone who's 57, do I? I'm sure I don't. Anyway, Chris, in 10 to 15 years' time, when it's safe, I will have to give you a lovely ride in my lorry. Fancy saying that in front of Mark Bowles. We won't like that. It's lovely. Paul's like a bugger. We'll have a ride out to the best gay bar in Lincoln, which is usually full of students. No, thank you, Stephen. Oh, no. I ain't going to no puffy bars, mate. I don't like them. Don't like them. That's my problem, you see. I fancy fathers. Youngish fathers. I say youngish, sort of 30-ish, 35-ish. I don't fancy gay people. I'm not the only one like that. There's another bloke. I won't tell you who it is, actually. I'm not going to tell you who it is. He's older than me. He's the same as me. He don't fancy gay people. Isn't it funny? How have we got on this subject? Who brought all this up today anyway, all this? Let's just go back up here. Where did we get to? Adam's going to bed now. Good night, Adam. He's up at 6 o'clock for a training day. Good night, Adam. Sleep well, my love. All right. Paul, is time to go to bed for Paul. He's an hour ahead of us in Amsterdam. Good night, Paul. Good night to you, Paul. Lots of people going to bed now. Tin of beans over his head. Daniel missed a friend's 30th birthday one time because my girlfriend at the time didn't want me to go. See? You can't be in a controlling relationship like that. Get out of it, mate. No. Why should you do what someone else says? We had this with someone the other day, didn't we? Wasn't there someone on here who was having a bit of his girlfriend? Oh, it was George, wasn't it? Girlfriend didn't like him on the internet or something. I think it was George. I might be wrong with that one now. Yeah. Hello to Keith Nutter. Is it Keith Nutter? Welcome along, Keith, who's in the USA. Whereabouts in the USA are you, Keith? We don't normally do... we're usually here in the morning, 8:45, but the show isn't really like this. This is a bit like sort of a, just a chat thing tonight. I usually do like a newsy type, current affairs type chat thing in the morning. But now and again we throw in one of these. I've been trying to find a permanent home for sort of a chat box show, but I haven't got one yet. I need to make sure that, because once I've sort of, what's the word now? Once I've committed myself, I'm committed. Do you know what I mean? It's important that once I've said something, it kind of happens. Oh dear, I do hope so. Have I missed something from Gary there? Where are we now? Yeah, Gary's up late tonight. No, he'd be in his bedroom. He'd be in the bedroom hiding quietly. Or sitting on the toilet. Do you know, my nephew watches me on the toilet in the morning, which is a bit worrying, really. Sits there on the toilet watching it. Glenda says, what's a puffy bar? It's a gay bar. Well, it's not even called gay anymore. Some left-wing organisation years ago decided to rename it LGBT, because it doesn't include everyone. Well, actually, it did. That some prat came along and decided to separate anyone. Every time they add another letter, what are we up to now? LGBTQI. And all these things mean something different, right? Whereas the word gay bar in the olden days included everyone. But little groups said, oh, we don't feel included. So they added another letter. And every year, another little group comes along and say, oh, we want our letter there too, because they don't feel included. And it's the biggest load of bollocks you've ever heard in all your life. Because in my mind, every time you add a letter, you are actually separating people. Well, which part of that do you belong to? To me, you're separating everyone. Whereas one word, gay, included a vast number of people. That's all a load of crap. That's left-wing crap, that is. That a lot of people have adopted that now. So, it's an LGBTQI bar. No, it's not. It's a gay bar. Includes everyone. Oh, yeah, but we haven't got our letter there. Load of old crap, that is. Really crap. Oh, hi. Whenever I see Shania, for some reason, Shania, you have this power over me, which means I immediately must stop swearing or doing naughty things. I don't know what that's about, Shania. John Parrish says he's available. Bit too old for me, John. Sorry to let you down. Besides, you've got a beautiful wife, the lovely Sherry. I've got your old pictures on here from earlier, I think. No, say Sherry. Look at his wife. Are you telling me you'd give up her for me? You must be off your head, mate. I know you was a bit old, but senile as well. God's sake, man. Why would anyone not want to be with Sherry and get rid of her for someone else? Dear me, you need your head seen to. Hit him, Sherry. Hit him. Don't talk to him. Hit him, darling. That's how you have to deal with these people. Hit him. So anyway, Puffy Bar is a gay bar, Glenda. There are left-wing gays that would be horrified that I refer to myself as a puff. They would be absolutely... Oh, you can't call yourself... I'll call myself what I damn well please. You know? There's a lot of people out there who, if you don't talk the same and agree with the same concepts that they have in their head, they hate you. I think I'm probably the most hated person on the gay scene now. I really am. That's just how it is. I'm not bowing down to anyone, thank you very much. Oh, that's jumped right down there. There we go. It's the late Chris Talk Crap Show. Well, if it's that bad, Jason, go away. Yeah, I'll go and have a tea break, Jason. Yeah, you can have a free tea break, Jason. That shuts you up for 5 minutes. If you think the show's that bad, then piss off somewhere else. He's on virtually every blooming chat box there is, isn't he? Hey, look, Michael Palmer's got it there. It's now now you're a young person, Michael, so presumably you would think similar to the young people. And I do get it. It's now LGBTQIA+. You see? Now, to me, Michael, you've split the community up by giving them each one their own identity. You've actually split them up rather than bringing everyone together. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. And you'll find most older people my age. Perhaps it's an age thing, Michael, and I accept that as well. Good. Did you hit him, Sherry? Good. I'm so pleased about that. I want to see a bruise tomorrow morning, I want to see a picture sent to me by you, Sherry, of a bruise on John Parrish's face. A little black eye or something like that. You know? Nice one, Sherry. I'm pleased about that, my love. Well, I think everyone's going to bed now, are they? Oh, there's Shania. She's gone on about cups of tea. Oh, you're not still going on about that fiver, are you, Shania? Oh, for God's sake, girl. Give it a rest, please. Look at all these thumbs up we've got today. Someone to go on there later and take their thumbs up and make it a thumbs down. That's what sort of people are on here. Probably not you, but someone else. You know, it's just pathetic. It really is. Oh, I don't know. Should we hang around for a bit longer? I'm feeling quite... I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little bit peckish now, boys and girls. I am feeling a bit peckish. And I don't like to eat too late because then it sits on your stomach. Especially if it's beans on toast. And you turn over, especially if you're a little bit fat like me, you turn over and your stomach is kind of lifting you up a little bit from the bed. Do you think so? Oh. Anyone else want to say anything before I go? Come on. You'll have to be quick. I'll give you 30 seconds to continue the conversation or I'm going. Let me just put this very special text message in my pocket like that so it feels nice against me. Michael, I don't follow the LGBT community at all. No, I don't really anymore, to be honest, Michael. I don't. It's really left-wing. If you tell them you're a Tory, oh my God. And they start going on about this Section 28 thing or whatever it was. Something that Margaret Thatcher was talking about, that she didn't want gay things taught in schools, right? Right? And whether or not you agreed with it, for bloody hell, it's like 40 years ago and they still go on about it. Have a look at the Conservative Party in power. Half of them are bleeding pufters, same as myself. I don't get it. They go on and on about it. All this leftiness gets on my tits. It really does. Michael doesn't follow the LGBT community, doesn't like the word puff due to my father calling me that as a child, but each to their own. That's fair enough, Michael. Each and every one to their own. You're absolutely right, darling. That's how I feel. Live and let live. Whatever you want to be, that's fine, you know. But just because you don't agree with someone else's thoughts doesn't mean you should hate them, and that's what seems to be happening. You know, but in the gay world, if you're in a bar, right, and if they find out you vote Tory, there might be a couple of you. There will always be other people in there finding like that. They hate you immediately. Oh, and then they look you up and down. You'd be sitting there at the table. You'd had a perfectly good conversation with them. I don't know, about Kylie Minogue or something like that. That's the usual conversations in a gay bar. You go in a gay bar. Everyone's just talking about Kylie Minogue all the time. I bring up the subject of church music. Oh my God, you're not a Catholic. Do you know what the Catholics think about us gays? And they start going on like that. And you're thinking, oh, get real, will ya? I just, I don't get it. Don't get it. Rachel, they feed pigs at night. I'm a pig. Yeah, Daniel's got all the names up there for you. I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, Christ. How many toasts do you have with your baked beans? Usually 2, sometimes 3, Fran. So the beans will probably be on 3 half pieces of toast. Or maybe 4. So, 1 piece, 2 piece, cut in halves. Triangles. I like triangles, Fran. So I have that on my plate, and that'll be covered in beans. And then I might have some extra bits of toast around the side, to wipe around the plate. I always have a piece of bread or something to wipe around the plate with afterwards. Clean plates. Sometimes they're so clean, I just put them back in the cupboard after that. Don't even need to wash them. I'm glad you enjoyed the show tonight, Russ. Thank you. There you go. Daniel Holmes, I'm with you, Chris. I'm straight, but if you're gay, you're gay, and that's it. It's just, I mean, you know, just how it is. I don't care what people are, really. I really don't. As long as they're decent people, makes no difference to me what sort of person you are, you know. I think sometimes a small group of a certain type of people cause trouble. But then the unintelligent people then tar them all with the same brush, you know. Religious extremists, for example, you know. We all know there's a small group. It's just, you can't talk about everyone in the same breath like that, I don't think. Mark Bowes, do you feed pigs every morning? Do you really? Now, are you a farmer or something like that, Mark? You're not a farmer, are you? I love a dip in an egg, says Mark. No eggs here. You won't have all that worry, Mark. I will never come up to you, Mark, and say, Mark, I'm late. Oh, Christ. Oh, Glenda. Glenda's going to send me some more Bush's baked beans for Christmas. Oh, it's so dear for you to send that stuff in the post, Glenda. But thank you. There's these baked beans in America. Bush's baked beans. Oh my God, they're delicious. I think they put brown sugar or something like that in them. Oh, they're delicious. Bush's, even better than Heinz. They're delicious, they are. Are you going to bed now? Of course, you're working, aren't you, darling? Mark, love the show as always. Thanks, Chris. On days and nights tomorrow, so long day for me. Much love. Take care, and take care to you and your little boy as well, and your girlfriend. All right, Mark. Good night, my darling. Thanks for joining us there. Mark's been a farmer bean for 10 years. Have you really, Mark? Well, I didn't know that. Sometimes I think to myself, that's a job I might like to have done. Out in the open fields, of course, not much fun in cold weather, I know. But do you drive a tractor and things like that as well? So you feed pigs. Now, what sort of... That's not arable farming, is it? What is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, Michael, totally agree. The gay left community is very brutal. They don't accept anyone on personal thoughts. I avoid anywhere possible. That is exactly it, Michael. That's exactly it. Right? A few months ago, was this last year? September? Was it last year? I can't remember now. I must tell you this. We'd done the whole leave the European Union thing. I think there was a date, possibly last November. There was a date. Anyway, so this date was on a Friday. So I thought, well, I think it was 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. There was a particular time that we had to pass. And after that, something had happened to do with the EU and Great Britain, or United Kingdom. So at that point, I decided to have a few patriotic songs like Land of Hope and Glory, Rule Britannia, it was another one, Jerusalem, I think. And I had little Union Jacks, flags that I bought. I had to put the damn things together. Oh, I thought, well, you bought them and they'd just be ready. No. There were sticks, plastic sticks and flags. I had to put all these blooming things together. Anyway, and I had a Union jacket on. Well, I've got two, actually. You've seen them on the show. Sometimes I wear them. I'll wear one tomorrow if you want, just for the sake of it. And this time came, and I checked everything, and everything was working. Anyway, I tried to play the music, and it didn't work. It just wouldn't play. And I still don't know to this day why this music wouldn't play. I must have saved it in the wrong format, but I checked it out first, and it all worked. So I didn't do that. I managed to pull down something very quickly from YouTube. And I played that, and I've handed out all these flags to these students. And as I'm handing them out, some of these left-wing students started going on about Europe. Just take the bloody flag and fly it, will you? Oh, they all wanted a flag. It's all flying this flag. I'm playing this thing. The next morning, there's a stinking email from some customer saying that I had politicised the pub. And that he'll never come there again, and that I should be immediately sacked and replaced. So the whole thing was to celebrate the fact that we'd left the European Union. This is something that happened. It's not something that I thought. It is something that would happen. And I wanted to do something to mark that event because it had happened. And this prat had written an email. And anyway, the governor wrote back to him and told him, well, if you don't like it, don't come back in. And I'm afraid that's how I am now, you know. If you don't, I've got to that point now. If you don't like what I'm doing, go away. I'm not interested. It's got to that point now. I spent years and years as a DJ trying to please everyone all the time. Years. And then in the last 4 or 5 years, it got to the point where I got so pissed off with idiots. I was in the place in Clapham that I'd worked. I was really fed up there. I've got to tell you that. I worked at this place in Clapham. I was there 18 years, right? And even when I started there, I wasn't comfortable there. I just didn't feel I fitted in. That being said, I remained there for 18 years. And in the last few years, I just got more and more fed up with this job. But the money was good. I was just there taking the money, really. I did the job and took the money. That's all I wanted to do. I hated it. I was one particular night, just stupidity again. This boy come up to me. It was about 10:30. And he come and stood in front of the DJ box, and I looked up. Yes, mate. And his exact words were, is this the best you can do? And I looked up at him. I said, what do you mean? Is this the best you can do? I said, what the F do you mean? Well, me and my boyfriend are sitting over there. We can't hear the music. So you want me to turn it up? Yes. Why the F didn't you say that then? I said. There you go. Happy? Yeah, that's better. Right, well, off you go then. Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. Well, you did. No, but just piss off, back to your seat. Don't come back. I'm not interested. And off he went. And that's the point at which it got to. I was so sick to death of dickheads. Sick of it. And then another few more years passed. And then what happened there, I'm quite grateful for it. The governor called me in one day and he said, look, we want to open until 3 a.m. This is on a Thursday. Now, at that point, my hours of finishing generally were 10:30, 12, 10:30, 2 a.m, 12, 11:30 and 12. So I was already working until 2 o'clock on this particular Thursday, but it was my latest night of the week by 2 hours, and they wanted to go till 3. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll leave it at that point. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. I said, I cannot work till 3 a.m. I'm falling asleep now at 1. I said, I can't do the late nights anymore. So I came out of it, and I'm so pleased I did, because probably if they hadn't extended the time, I'd still be there now. Well, not now because of the virus thing, but I would have remained and become even more depressed. I hated it. And really, this is not a job where you can do if you hate it, really. You should come out of it straight away and find something else. Has Rachel gone to bed? Good night, Rachel. Oh, Peter's gone to bed as well, has he? Peter's gone to bed as well. Good night, Peter. Let's have a look. Tony King's had a laugh tonight. Good. That's what it's all about, having a laugh there, my love. I don't know how we got on the gay thing, but you asked, so there it was. You choose the subjects that we talk about tonight. The ladies don't do ironing, Jason. And if they were ironing your stuff, they'd spend a lot of time because you're so fat. I hope you never take your washing round to any of these beautiful ladies on here, you lazy bastard. Get to your iron out yourself and do it. I've got an iron with me this week, actually, Jason. Do you know why I've got an iron with me? See if you can guess why I've got an iron with me, someone. Who can guess? Why have I got an iron with me today? Any idea, Jason? No, I'm not ironing your shorts. I bet they're enormous, are they? What waist are you? 50, 60, 70 perhaps? Glenda, what were those lights you saw outside your caravan? Well, we think it was a spider's web. We think it was a spider's web, Glenda. Not 100% sure of that. But we think it was a spider's web moving. It doesn't look like it, though, does it? Eh? Don't look like it. Poor Rachel. She's been up since 5:30 in the morning. Oh, you must be knackered, Rach. So you don't have a little sleep in the afternoon, do you? I do. Mark Bowles would keep me company in the DJ box. Oh, I could tell you some stories about that DJ box, Mark. Yes. If hello to Info Scuba Diving. Hello. Sharon's broken. Is she? What happened to her? No, not so that my sister can do my ironing. Not because my sister's one is broken. Maybe it's to iron the Halloween backdrop. Rachel's got it. I have a Halloween backdrop, which will be going up for one night only, one day only. It's all that we can say. Which will be on the What day is the 31st? Is it Sunday? Correct, Martin. Are you still up? Blimey, I must have been interesting tonight. Saturday is the 31st. So Saturday morning, you'll see our Halloween backdrop go up. Okay. Here at our Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. That'll be up for one night. And I will be giving that away in one of the Super Chat raffles the week after. Okay? So this week's Super Chat raffle, draw tomorrow, the Echo Dot. Next week's Super Chat raffle is a little ring light. It's got a little stand on it. I do quite like this. I'm starting to think perhaps I shouldn't have given it away, but there we go. I've said it now, so I have to. There we go. It's come on a little stand like that. These are really good. I like these. This is a big one. You can get smaller ones. In front of me here, I have 3 small ones. This was a bit too much for in here. It was a bit too much. In fact, even the small ones were a bit too much. The 2 up there are unshielded. The one directly in front of me, I'll show you. I ain't got a mirror in here. Oh, I haven't got my phone either. I can't show you. The one in front of me there is a couple of tissues over me. And actually, it was Martin that told me that. Put some tissues over it. Literally. That's what they used to do at Sky Television where he worked. He had to work with that Kay Burley once. She was a bitch. She was an absolute bitch. Apparently, he was in the ladies' toilet doing a bit of wiring. What are you doing in here? Right? He was doing electrical work. She tried to get him sacked for being in the ladies' toilet. What a bitch. She's horrible. Horrible. Kay Burley. Who is she shagged to get up there on that telly? Queen of Ice. Horrible person. I remember she had a show on LBC, right? She was directly after Steve Allen, who I haven't listened to him for ages now. And he would bring her into the studio before she was on and try and have a conversation with her. Nope, useless. She couldn't do it. She couldn't have a decent conversation because you see the spotlight wasn't on her at the time. That's why, probably. Rachel, after the draw for the ring light, can everyone buy me loads of tea breaks? She wants it. You haven't seen it yet, Rachel. You might not like it. But I will. The Halloween backdrop will go up for 1 show, maybe 2. Maybe there'll be a show Saturday night like this. I don't know. But it will certainly be going up. Actually, I don't know. They won't be, will they? Harry and Evie won't be doing trick or treat this year. It's a shame that the kids have to suffer like that, isn't it, with all this virus? What would it be like them in 10 years' time well, Evie will be 18 in 10 years. Harry will be 17. I wonder what sort of world it would be like for them at that point. I mean, it's not particularly good now, is it? Eh? No. Will you dress up in your nurse's outfit for Halloween? Oh, Glenda, it won't go on anymore. I've got too fat since the lockdown. I tell you, Glenda, I know you watched some of the recordings, so you probably know I walk about 5 miles a day now. Every day I walk about 5 miles. I think I've done, I don't know what I've done today. I walk about 5 miles a day, but it's not keeping the weight off. Perhaps it's stopped it going up, but it's not coming down, unfortunately. And I put on You don't do stones, do you? 14. I've put on about 17 or 18 pounds since March. That's just how it is, though, isn't it? Shag your way to the top. That's what my missus did, said Jason. Oh, God. Maureen, interesting show. Good night, Maureen. Good night, lovely. Maureen's off to bed. Yes, the DJ box. That was at the Black Cap. Anyway, it's quite a large DJ box. And there was a seat there. And people knew if there was ever another lad sitting on the seat next to me, that's who I was with that night. I was a different one every night. I was terrible. But then I was like 30 then. You know, I was 30. Bit different now, isn't it? I doubt there wouldn't be anyone on the seat now, would there? Aren't we being honest tonight? What's the point in lying, you know? That's how old... Do you remember George Michael? Oh, the papers were ready to crucify him, weren't they? But he was honest. So, George Michael, is that right? You know, that's terrible, isn't it? You got caught in a toilet with someone else. Yeah, that's right. I was in a toilet with someone else. That's what we always... That's what we all do. What's the problem? Shut them down like that. It's when you hide stuff. People don't like... It's when you hide stuff or pretend that you haven't done something when you have. That's when you have the problem. Better to be honest and be out with it. And then the people can decide... Those like you, those don't. Fine, no problem. I'll be honest, you know, if you really didn't like me or what I said or did, you wouldn't be here, would you? You know. Chris, it looks a snug fit watching you on this wide screen. What looks a snug? What, this? No, actually, this is one thing that's... I can still do this one up, believe it or not. Yeah? I can still do this one. Do you like, I've got purple buttons. Isn't that nice? This is a Ralph Lauren jacket. Oh, yes, this is one of the dear ones. I do beat myself up over the weight gain, Glenda, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be going up anymore. Fortunately, it's not going up anymore. Medication can put weight on. Oh no, I've been on tablets now for a year, 10 years now. So it's not that. Won't be that. Put it in a tumble dryer. I haven't got a tumble dryer here, Gary. There's no tumble dryer or washing machine here. Some of the people actually a lot of the people on this caravan site, they have washing machines and tumble dryers and things. Yeah, they have them in sheds. A lot of them have sheds and they have a gadget in there. I don't know. I mean, if you've got a washing machine and a shed, and that would get very minus degrees in the winter. Wouldn't that damage the washing machine somehow? I know a pump takes most of the water out, but it doesn't completely empty it, does it? Or does it? Must be still sitting in the pipes there. So presumably you could get broken pipes, couldn't you? Thank you, Shania. Halloween is on Saturday, of course. Shania won't be doing any of that nasty darkness, will you, my love? They'll be having a special mass at church. Yes. Good night, Sherry. Look, they can't cope, can they? They're all going to bed now. Poor old souls, bless them. All the pensioners have got to go to bed now. They're getting ever so tired now. Shall I make you yawn now? Shall I make you all tired? Oh, dear. Well, gang, listen, it's getting late now. It's coming up to 5 to 11, dear. We must go. Too late now, dear. It's time to go to bed, everyone. Are you ready? Time for sleepy weepies. I haven't even sorted out tomorrow morning's show yet. Got to get on with it, dear. Got to get on. Shania says we have adoration from Friday night into Saturday morning with Mass at 8 on Saturday. There you go. No Halloween for Shania. Not having any of that nasty darkness. I'm going now. Thanks very much, gang. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:45. Try not to be late. I don't think I should have beans on toast now. A bit late for beans on toast. No, I love beans on toast. Shall I have beans on toast? Shall I? See you tomorrow.